Yard. I think it's something with like restream or rebroadcasting it or something that it messes with the mic volumes for some reason. Because I have listened to your channel while we've been doing this sometimes, and it'll be like that feed. I'll unmute it for a second, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, he is like quieter or louder." Or it's always like different.
I think it's because of my laptop.
It's fine for me mostly.
Yeah, like I can still understand everything. It's just some things are louder than others.
Yeah, and like Smiley Doge here says, Eric's gonna be debunking nothing. Exactly.
Boom.
Oh, Airrick.
Oh, Airrick! But anyways, Kino, I'll give you the honors. What video are we watching Airrick in where he fails to debunk?
Well, he may or may not debunk. I only skipped the video. But we're watching his response to
Chris Gore.
Chris Gore and Alan of Film Threat.
He's taking a break. He's taking a break from simping over X-Ray Girl to talk about the Odyseey here. But anyways.
Yeah, the Odyseey is one of the, in case you guys have been living under a rock, it's one of the most anticipated movies of the year, directed by Christopher Nolan.
Absolutely.
And it's been under a lot of fire because Christopher Nolan has taken a interesting direction with it. He's telling it under he's giving his modern interpretation of it, which a lot of people are against. How do you guys feel about that?
It's gonna fucking suck. That's why.
Yes. Let's take Greek mythology and make it realistic, because that ended. That always
not
goes
even realistic, really. It's there's multiple versions of it, and he said that he's taking inspiration from multiple versions, but the one that he's named by name is what is it?
Emily Wilson.
Yes,
Emily Wilson.
He's named her twice, and then as far as at least one that he's taken it from, and then whenever Zendaya posted a picture of her like studying up for it, she also showed that version. So it seems to be implied through what they've said that they're taking some pretty heavy inspiration from that one, which she specifically noted that she was like rewriting it for, because like Homer didn't consider the feminine perspective. It was told too much from the male perspective, which, if you guys, for anybody who doesn't know, the reason it's called the Odyssey is because the character is Odysseus, who is like the main character whose perspective it is told from. So it's a little bit of a strange complaint to want to rewrite something.
Yeah.
It's like the Diary of Anne Frank told from the perspective of her dad.
I heard correctly. I also heard that lady, Emily's getting an executive producer credit on this movie.
Yeah, but Kino, you want to know what the realistic take on classic mythology reminds me of? Kino, you've ever played the Total War games?
No, I haven't.
So the Total War games, like, you can Google what they're like, basically. But in other words, but I know John used to play the Roman one. But there was a Total War game called Total War Saga Troy, where it was basically like, it's like, it's the truth behind the myth approach with the classic mythology. So it's like the story of like all of Greek mythology and all the miracles and monsters in it, but they're all like realistically like what they could have inspired. So the Minotaur is in the game, but instead of the Minotaur, it's just a really fucking big guy with a big ass cow skull for a helmet. Like, that's like what it
could have been inspired by, like,
kind of, yeah. But that didn't stop them from throwing in the actual overpowered like fucking Greek god spells, and like Achilles is in the game and he's an overpowered character. But yeah, it's like it did not satisfy either side, really, is what I'm trying to get at. It tried to
my whole issue with like Christopher Nolan's approach is that he doesn't seem to me like a mythological epic guy because of his desire to keep everything grounded and hyper realistic, even though there are monsters and gods and magic all throughout the story.
Yeah,
he doesn't seem like the right fit for a project like this.
Yeah. Also, Show Off Q says, "Is that the guy who said Drinker is excommunicado for liking Andor?" That is me. That is me. But anyways, but enough about me, which is strange since I'm a narcissist to say. But anyways, enough about me. Old Airrick here is getting his panties in a twist. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Before we begin, all right, guys, let's just ask ourselves here: what exactly do we think Airrick is gonna say in this video? Go.
Chuds! Shut up, you chuds! Shut the fuck up!
Stop playing the same clips over and over again. Probably, yeah.
Honestly, every time that we cover this dude, something funny happens. So I'm hyped no matter what.
And I need a good laugh anyway. Yes.
If I were to make an inquiry, I guess he'll probably just get really close to the camera, close enough we can smell his breath, and yell, "It's a fucking movie!"
Yes. But anyways,
I predict we got to get our bingo cards out for Chud, disingenuous. He always likes to use. You didn't see the movie.
Media literacy.
Yeah, media literacy.
It's supposed to be bad. It's not on purpose.
There you go. The like sort of. Just excusing bad quality is like just because it's intentional. Homophobic, probably.
Yeah.
He likes to squeeze that one in there because he's part of that group.
Yeah,
I don't know, probably sexist or something.
Probably. Yeah.
Don't forget, you just don't want black people in this.
Oh, he's probably gonna pull that one.
Yeah, they're
in
lying because they just here's what they really mean by this.
And always remember is that people like him will always call us racist,
Grifter,
sexist,
too,
homophobe, grifter, and all that. But the only thing that they will never call us is wrong.
Yeah.
You hate Elliot Page in this movie because you hate trans people.
Yeah.
All right, where's your proof? Where's your proof?
Well, just turn it back around on him. Means you'll be like, even if Elliot Page were bad,
that he'll probably use the benefit of his life experience to downplay any opinions we have because he's older, he's been around the block a lot longer, so he's automatically.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was in the streets marching for gay rights or whatever.
My favorite was I've been getting insulted on the internet since the 90s. You guys, it's like okay, so that's not really a flex.
Well, John, I've been bullied in Call of Duty 2 lobby since I was a child. So
You've been playing Call of Duty 2 since you were a child? You should find a new game, bro.
You guys,
anyways,
you guys don't understand. I've been playing video games for 30 years.
All right. Let's see here. So let me catch up on chat here, then we'll get to the video. Jacob asks, imagine if the Odyssey was 4 hours long. I'm pretty sure it is if you're reading the story, but yeah, for a movie, Jesus Christ.
It is too, because I found an anonymous posted copy online that I'm not going to ask any questions about, and it was 2 hours and 44 minutes, I believe. So, and that's probably cutting out the credits. So, oof.
So is there going to be like a extended edition when it comes out on like DVD and shit?
Does Nolan normally do that? I don't think so. I think he normally just puts stuff out as he's intended. I mean, he's probably got the most like clout or artistic freedom for any big budget director right now. Other than like maybe Spielberg, I guess, but like he doesn't really try very much anymore.
He hasn't fucking tried since fucking. He hasn't. Spielberg hasn't tried since Saving Private Ryan.
He's going to
directors. You know who I think would have done a kick-ass Odyssey movie?
Who?
Robert Eggers.
Probably, yeah.
Definitely.
Now, Jacob, he gonna say Chris Gore should stop hanging out with the chuds. Yeah, probably.
Right, he's trying to appeal to his chud audience with whatever he says. Yeah. Oh, but the Elliot Page thing, I always just turn that around on them. I'm like, well, would you ever insult a performance by a trans actor, even if it was bad? Because I feel like you're far more likely to be biased by that than I am.
Right. But anyways, folks, without further ado, let's jump right into the video, shall we?
What's up, board fam? Airrick here. You know what's really disgusting is
what is Eric's cap have fucking spikes on it? What the fuck?
Yeah, we've already checked off one thing, and that's trying to dress like what he thinks a 20-year-old dresses like today.
Yeah. Hang on, Kino, have I ever showed you what fucking wrestler Airrick Debunks looks like?
Shit, go ahead, show me.
Okay, hang on. Let me get his picture up here. Hang on, y'all who've seen, if y'all have seen my channel.
I noticed that he called them bored fam, so he admits that his audience is bored already.
Yeah. Hang on. It's PN News, everybody!
Oh, yeah, actually, you have shown it before. You have shown it to me before, that's right, yeah.
Oh my.
Yo, anyways, did y'all hear about Darth Watts? I hear he's crashing out over OG.
Didn't he went to a legit mental asylum or something last I heard?
Shit.
Yeah, that's why we weren't even we kept banning his accounts on another show that I was not kicking him from chat. Because we're like, well, we don't really want to insult you, but also you are just still spamming chat, so please go away.
Yeah,
I do remember Forge was trying to convince me that Darth Watts was stalking him or something on Twitter. But he showed me the receipts, and I was like, this doesn't really seem like stalking. It seems more like he's tweeting out at you because you're a dumbass.
Anyways, let's keep going here. Is Robert Eggers' version of the Odyssey, who would Willem Dafoe be cast as?
He does like to cast him, yeah.
If I were to take a wild guess, if Eggers has to insert Willem Dafoe somewhere, probably one of the many heads of the Scylla.
Yeah. What the fuck is that exactly, Jacob? There was a news report about him. Oh, I'll have to read it after the stream. Jesus Christ, reading through the plot summary of what Nolan came up with, I can only say one thing. Nolan is Odysseus if he was evil. His film is a literal modern Trojan horse. Hey, that's a good one, Dennis.
Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention this earlier in the stream. Backseater, you know my buddy Ash, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, he was invited to premiere for the Odyssey movie.
Oh, did he hate it?
And he told me what he thought about it, and he said, in quotes, "This is my first film premiere. I already don't want to go to another one."
Oh, no. I called it. Anyways. His lifestyle is exactly what we all expected. Just saying. That doesn't surprise me. Anyways, moving on.
When you
see if I could find this report.
All right. Well, anyways, let's keep going here.
Find out from these guys who spend months and months and months attacking actors, directors, people of color, black people,
there
gay
there we
people,
go.
women.
There it is.
There we go. Wow.
Here we go.
Up strong.
Yeah, coming out
wait a minute.
swinging.
Wait a minute. Aren't black people of color by default? Why the distinction there?
I don't know.
People of color is like colored people. It's going to be an outdated term really quickly.
Yeah.
Also, Eric, what do you mean by you people?
You people, yeah.
Trying so hard to make something bad because of these reasons, and then they go to the movie or they watch the show and they find out that everything they complained about, all of the issues that they saw on the red carpet, all of the issues they saw in interviews and earned media, all of these things, all of these issues that they had created, all these problems that they created, they end up not being a problem at all, and they have to talk about the movie based on the merits of the movie. I can't tell you
Supergirl. Like Supergirl.
Yeah.
I remember all of you guys saying that was going to be one of the best movies ever. But now look at it. It's everyone hates it. It's the worst performing DC movie in history. And you guys aren't you guys are very quiet about that all of a sudden. You guys moved very quickly to the Odyssey for some reason. Why is that?
It's also very
stupider than they already are.
But yeah, Airrick cannot steel man the problems people have with the Odyssey to save his life. He has to straw man it to be the most disingenuous or the most uncharitable take ever, right? The problem is that when you can have a modern take of the Odyssey, but you can't have your cake and eat it too, right? You can't have it. You can't have people talking in modern day Ebonics or English, and not have the actors put in any effort to portray Greek characters. When you, if you had done something like "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou," where you're creative, with the story, or just like if you make it like a Mad Max post-apocalyptic story, where everything is like steampunk, like somewhat futuristic, like again post-apocalyptic, I doubt most people would care. But you're trying to make it grounded in reality, in a reality that never existed, so people are going to scoff at it naturally.
Well, there's a Romeo and Juliet adaptation with like Leonardo DiCaprio where it's set in like modern day LA and stuff, and I still thought it was crap.
The Baz Luhrmann one,
I'm not gonna give it like shit like I would this movie if it's inaccurate, because that's very clearly in a different setting.
It's at least self-aware, where even though it's it's at least self-aware that it's not a one-to-one, but they play it off as comedic. That's not Christopher Nolan's movie though. It's played 100% straight, and it expects the audience to buy into it as well, which is a problem.
There's also hypocrisy here in that I assume at least Airrick is not going to get on anybody for being hyped based on a red carpet, being hyped based on a trailer and what they see in it. But apparently you're not allowed to see red flags in a movie based on that same media. All that stuff is there for all the reason that they have actors go out for hours and do press junkets and do red carpets and all these things. And the reason that they hire trailer companies to make shit is so that you get people talking about the movie. Ideally, you want it to be positive, but people are perfectly fine, just as much as they are to say hype, 10 out of 10. And I'm pre-ordering my ticket and all that stuff. You don't have any problem with that. But then if somebody says, well, I'm a little bit concerned about the movie based on what I saw and all these things, and here are the potential problems that this seems to be conveying to me. And to be honest with you, he's also showing that he hasn't watched any of their actual content of these people that he's talking about, because even on the Friday Night Tights this previous week before the movie came out, they were already saying like, yeah, there's some red flags. And, you know, for those who don't know, Jeremy from Geeks Games is like a big Nolan fanboy, and so he was being incredibly generous to it and just saying that like, oh, you know, it's gonna succeed. He never miss, basically like he's always amazing.
Inflation. What's that? That doesn't exist.
So I mean, if he'd have watched any of these shows, he would see that there were quite a bit of defense of Nolan, first of all, and second of all, even the concerns. Someone like Ryan Kinnell, who's very concerned about it, and saying why and willing to give a bunch of shit. But even he said, and hey, these characters could only be in there for 10 minutes total, and maybe they're only in a few scenes, and the movie could be great. It could be great in spite of this. It could be great regardless, And so it's not like they were all saying, oh, this is going to be shit, and then now they have to walk it back, because they never said the thing that you're saying they had to walk back.
But see, John, he's only going based off his feelings, what makes him feel angry.
Well, he goes off thumbnails. That's what most of these people do. Is they look at thumbnails and they go, "Oh, racism thumbnail." That means that he thinks the movie's going to be shit.
Anyways, speaking of racism, did he just separate people of color and black people? Isn't that racist by their own logic? Yeah, that's segregation right there.
Excuse me, I already made that point. I already pointed that out.
Technically, we're all people of color when you think about it.
White's a color,
Come on now.
I'm red right now because I was working in the sun all day. Call me an engine.
Oh, you gotta get some of that sunscreen on there, bro.
Well, John, you don't count.
I bet you Airrick Debunks are gonna call Alan Ing a token for the Chuds. I don't know who that is.
Alan Ing is the film thread. Chris Gore and Alan Ing are the two, like, they both review things there.
Oh.
And Alan is Asian, well, East Asian. I would use another word, but it'll probably offend Airrick.
Offensive? Is that an offensive thing to say?
Apparently, I've hung out with people who are more left leaning, and they seem to think that Oriental is an offensive term. Yeah, I remember Rockstar even got in
my workplace say Oriental. It's definitely one of those cagey terms, especially since I sit next to a Korean lady at my cubicle. So.
Mm-hmm.
And I have called people who spoke with her previously, and she said that lady sounds very Oriental. Where is she from?
First I heard of it being offensive was whenever Rockstar was going to release a game called Whore of the Orient, set in like I think like 1800s China or something. Unfortunately, it got canceled because it sounded interesting, but there was a bunch of people like giving shit in like the IGN comments and stuff. They're like, "Oh, you can't call it that."
Anyways,
but, going back to Kino's comment earlier about Eric wanting his cake and eat it too, I don't recommend he does that because look at that man shape there.
Yeah.
Like I have just for clarification, I haven't seen the Odyssey yet because it's at this moment in time, it's not officially out in theaters. It comes out in like a few hours. I'm willing to bet Eric hasn't seen it either.
No.
But like I have like reservations of like from what I've seen from the trailer. Like the trailer has like 700,000 dislikes, like some absurd number like that.
Yeah, the most recent one.
A lot of people like are skeptical of how good the Odyssey is going to be, and I like at least that's honest. Like I'm open to being wrong about the Odyssey. Maybe it has like some redeeming qualities that are not shown from the trailers, but I at least that's something I'm honest about. That I'm honest and upfront about. Eric is looking at the trailers and is not entertaining the possibility that it could have any negative qualities whatsoever.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is why I dislike Eric significantly more than a lot of other channels, right? Because he is 100% siphoning views. His viewership is 100% just siphoning off of the negative fan bases.
He's a reply guy.
He's a reply guy. He doesn't have anything to bring to the table. He's just contrarian for the sake of being contrarian, and that's why I specifically dislike his content in particular.
I find him to be ironic because he's kind of ironically he just survives purely off grifting off the audience, the aggrieved audience of any of these channels, or anybody who kind of hate watches them, or anybody who just generally wants to see them insulted. He ironically just caters blatantly to that crowd rather than give like honest thoughts, it seems like.
If he ever gives a film, like calls a film a masterpiece, calls a film great, and you were just to ask him like what
what'd you like about it,
he would just like look at you like a deer in headlights, because he just takes whatever criticism like he hears like from one of those grifters, and he just like says, well, that's actually a good thing. And I'm so sick of it. It's such lazy content.
Yeah, it's like they usually say like stick to the way that you avoid like making anything too personal is you just you pick apart what the person said. So I try and like stick to what he's saying even in this video or something he said in a past video if you're establishing a pattern. And then basically like the subject matter of the movie. And he seems to just stray wildly from that, where it is always just he said this about the movie and this means this about him personally. And that means that he is a racist. And it's just like, and it's always like jumping through hoops to get there too. It's always like, dog whistles, AKA I'm putting words in somebody's mouth because they didn't say what I wanted them to say. He's like, oh, what he really means by this is this. It's like, well, that's not what he said. So that is kind of an annoyance for me with it, where it's like, it always seems to be like you're talking about the person more than the subject matter. And that's why he probably couldn't name positive qualities of movies, because he only likes a movie out of spite for other people.
Yeah.
Well, on the plus side, you'll be happy to maybe hear that his channel's possibly not doing so great, because I was watching I think it was his last live stream. It was from like a day or two ago.
Nobody tunes into the live streams.
Mm-hmm.
And
be it Organized Chaos or like Fandom Menace, those.
Yeah, they're dying. Yeah.
But the guy who banned you, Backseater, remember when we were trolling in the stream that time?
The one New York, Florida man called into?
No. This is on Eric's, not dipshit amenders, but
Crazy Joe.
No, the other guy with the beard, and he's
I remember that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, Eric didn't ban you. Guess who did? And he's like pointing at himself, all proud and shit.
Like, all right.
Anyways, That guy said on the last live stream they were doing, he's like, "Hey guys, you need to please like the channel because YouTube is really like not like helping our channel here." So they were like begging for like likes and shit on their shit.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on.
How many times this has happened?
Oh, hang on. I forgot. Jacob Dennis says, these idiots really don't understand that casting is indeed important. I mean, seriously, how blind must you be to not notice the glaring issue of having Zendaya play Athena? Indeed. Airrick is going to blame the Orange Man for his channel not getting any views, probably. Yeah. Anyways.
And with these content creators. We're going to watch a video from Film Threat, which is Chris and Alan. We're going to watch these guys who have spent months not only on their own channel harassing actors, going after Lupita.
Who are they harassing?
Who are they harassing?
Apparently Lupita Nyong'o. Apparently he just name-dropped her.
She doesn't even know they exist. Why would she care?
Yeah, show proof, Eric.
Exactly. I mean, if I'm making hundreds of millions of dollars acting in a movie, I'm not exactly going to lose sleep because some losers on the internet typed in mean words about me.
Yeah.
That's one thing that should be kept in mind. I respect actresses, even if actresses or actors in general, who even if they appear in like projects I deem as bad, if they can keep it like a good sport about it, I think that says a lot about their character. Like the new God of War game, the actress in that, she's saying that she doesn't like get to me, like it has zero impact on me whatsoever. I respect that. I think that's pretty notable. Plus, Lupita, I don't hate her as a person. I think she has like a wrong perspective on the Odyssey, but she has like integrity. If you look at her, how she have you guys heard of The Woman King? That movie?
Yes, I was just about to bring that up. Apparently, he was slated to be in The Woman King. I don't remember what role exactly, but when she read about the tribe that The Woman King was based around, she bowed out of the project.
Yeah, because they were slavers.
And not to mention, they enslaved Kenyans, and Lupita happens to be of Kenyan descent herself. So that would be like really weird for her.
Yeah,
I just think of Brondo anytime you say Kenyans.
Yeah, so I don't hate Lupita. I don't have like some like hate boner towards anyone on the cast, even if they're not a good fit for the role. But my issue here is just like what like the distinction I was making with Oh Brother Where Art Thou and the DiCaprio Romeo and Juliet movie, right? If there's like an artistic vision in mind, I can respect things not being one-to-one, but I don't really see any artistic vision from Christopher Nolan. It just feels as though he's making the story, he's dumbing down the story and making it as broad as possible for the lowest common denominator, while sacrificing the integrity of the original source material for the purpose of making a profit.
And to be clear, like culture, everything aside, and even anything behind the scenes aside, Christopher Nolan does not have a perfect track record for most people, especially more recently. I mean, Dark Knight Rises, I was always kind of a wet fart for me.
There's also Tenet.
Yeah, Tenet is, I believe. No, it's his second most recent movie. I keep forgetting that Oppenheimer came out because I didn't see it, but but you know, so obviously Oppenheimer, his most recent one, was very successful and mostly well liked from everything I've gathered. So you know, his most recent one was good. That's a little bit of recency bias though, because it's like, and Dunkirk was sort of divisive whenever it came out. I remember I saw it. I'm a history guy, so I quite enjoyed it. But you know, I can see how some people would call it boring. It's it was kind of like a lot of people thought it was like overly long and such. So like, as far as his recent record goes, it's not like it's perfect.
Yeah, he's gotten, especially recently, he's gotten shakier. Yeah.
Like everybody, like after Dark Knight and Inception, everybody was like, that was probably the highest that he's ever been.
Yeah. Anyways, oh god, this with Airrick thinking that every actor is aware of this. Yeah, listen, like, what you gotta do, if it really bothers you that much, here's what you gotta do. You gotta, like, basically be all like, this is a rag sheet, brother! And then you just rip it to pieces and show you don't care, basically. But anyways. Oh, why am I getting a spam call? Anyways. Dennis says, in terms of casting, Konchalovsky's film is a much better example than what Nolan came up with. In Andre's film, Odysseus looks like a natural trickster, and people of color are used in proper roles. Interesting. But anyways.
Detroit, doing all this other shit, spending months doing this. They go and they watch the movie, they do an out-of-theater reaction, and even though Alan, in this out-of-theater reaction, is going to do the same thing he always does, everything is awful, everything is garbage, everything is bad, it's pretty much...
That's not true. Actually, Alan has liked a lot of movies that I would say, like, it's more of a blemish on his record, kind of what he's liked.
He likes Superman. Yeah.
He liked the new movie? Oh, no.
Yeah, I think I even remember, like, I think it was One Battle After Another, which was pretty much political garbage.
I hated both their takeaways on One Battle After Another. Yeah. Like their arguments were very bizarre, like saying there aren't any likable characters, and unless you're following a likable character, it's not a good story. I'm just like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I like, to be clear, I don't agree with every review Chris Gore or Alan make. I have a video criticizing them, after all. Like, I would say their value as critics is that they see everything, not necessarily their takes. But the problem with Airrick is that he is just hyper contrarian. Like, he doesn't actually engage with the arguments. He makes straw mans and doesn't actually engage with what they're saying.
Well, that's very much a straw man, because, like, Chris is just not an always negative guy. I mean, he keeps his access for a reason. It's because he blunts things enough that he doesn't get blacklisted, and he certainly is, like, positive about enough things that he doesn't have that sort of reputation. Even I'm not sure where Airrick is even trying to draw that.
Well, anyways, I bet you if Lupita saw Airrick Debunks, she'd call him a loser. Probably.
I will say, very often Chris is asked, like, because he does usually see things first out of any panel that he's on or anything, and they're always like, well, what do you think about it? And a lot of times he'll just kind of summarize what it's about rather than actually give an opinion, which doesn't.
I think he has to. I think he just has to say that because, like, contractual obligations. Like, you're not allowed to spoil embargoes before. Yeah, embargoes. Yeah.
And I understand. Yeah, no, it's just funny because sometimes Mahler or somebody will be like, "What did you think about it?" And he'll be like, "Well, it's about this immigration officer, and he has a daughter." And I'm just like, "That's not really what you thought about it."
Just say it sucks balls.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on
with him, but Chris realizes that all the stuff that he complained about, none of that is really the problem with the movie. So we're going to watch their video and just kind of unpack how it looks when these media grifters actually have to put up some kind of real content that makes sense instead of just playing to their base.
Okay, so just so we're clear, he hasn't seen the movie. What the fuck is going? What the fuck is?
Whoa! Is someone got a fucking truck driving by? What the fuck?
Yeah. Mute up, please. But just so we're clear as to what's happening, Airrick hasn't seen the Odyssey, yet he's going to criticize Alan and Chris Gore's takeaway of the movie after just seeing it. Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense?
No.
Nope. And to anybody with, like, a decent amount of, like, I don't know, self-awareness or shame, if somebody comes back, if you go at someone with, like, well, you're just prejudging it, and then you come back with, like, no, I have done it, and here's, like, proof that I did, because this very often happens with games. People will be like, well, you didn't even play it, and I'm like, really? Then look at these trophies. There you go. I played it. It was earned on this date. And then very often they'll shut up, but sometimes they come back with probably what Airrick would come back with, which is, you know, the oh, well, you just went in looking to hate it or something. It's like,
I just appreciate the irony of him going like, oh, well, these guys don't make real content. They're all like media grifters that latch onto every like hot button issue. And it's like, yeah, unlike you, Eric, unlike you, your channel very, very like integrity is like your big thing.
Meanwhile, Eric is like refreshing Critical Drinker's page, like, oh geez, I hope I can get some content to latch onto.
Anyways, moving on.
How are they going to spin it?
You're already assuming it's a spin. It could never just be their honest opinion. Jesus.
Yes. Anyways.
How are they gonna spin it?
Let's see.
Here we are, Alan, with our out of the theater review of
oh my God.
The Odyssey.
What, John? What?
Nothing.
Oh, I thought you said something, but yeah, this doesn't look very good. You'd think guys who have access to Hollywood would have better phone cameras, but apparently not. Anyways.
Hey, listen, it's a tough economy out there. You can't expect these people to be able to afford better cameras than the $20 ones you can buy at Walmart.
Normally,
it's rough times out there.
Normally, these types of reviews, I'll say to people like, "Oh, just do it in the car." Like after you get back, but I'm guessing because they're in LA, they're probably taking Uber or something. So you have to do it out where there's wind and shit.
Anyway,
Christopher Nolan.
What do you think?
I was bored out of my mind.
Big shock.
I was checked out on this movie pretty much from the beginning.
Surprise!
The sound was awful. I couldn't understand dialogue. And then I started to understand dialogue and realized how bad the dialogue is.
Right.
This is the most pretentious movie I've seen.
So real quick. I actually believe. I think this is just. I totally believe this, and here's why. Like, if you guys remember Tenet, the dialogue in that was borderline unlistenable. I could not understand anything. Like,
that was true in Interstellar too.
That was like a meme. Hold on. Like, I remember this one video that actually explains it perfectly. I'll send it over to you.
You remember they had to alter the Bane voice after the trailers because nobody could understand what the fuck he was saying in for The Dark Knight Rises. Like they had to go back and modify it so that he was more clear. So Nolan has some problems with like dialogue and sound. I feel like maybe he just wants people to listen with subtitles on.
Backseat, check out General and look at that. Bring up that video so you know what I'm talking about.
All right, hang on. But while I'm getting that video up, it's currently playing an ad. Bane, is this true? Did they have to alter your dialogue for the final cut of the movie? Is that true?
I don't have an empty cup. Hang on.
Backseat. Whenever I had my dialogue, I think it was racist of Nolan to change it. We masked people are proud people, and I won't have him insult my luchador roots.
Yeah, what the fuck, Nolan? All right, let me get this video up here. The ad should be over now.
Yeah, Interstellar, they were cranked up the fucking soundtrack during the spaceship scenes and shit. You could not understand it.
I hope you don't mind. You British. What is it with your obsession with chips? We don't obsess over chips. Only the weather. Now to business. I understand you're interested in a certain Russian by the name of Petrov. What do you know about him? He's been passing sensitive information to MI5 for 10 years. Well, he's an asset. No. The information turned out to be false. We believe he's working for someone else and passing information from MI5 over to them. The Russians. No. The Russians imprisoned him after a plot that he was involved in to steal a nuclear weapon was foiled. He went to jail? No. A doppelganger was put in his place and fled to Oslo. It was there where he met his wife, Linda Purcell, a multimillionaire big in diamonds. Now, our satellite detected a detonation in Siberia 3 weeks ago. The following day, Petrov and Purcell flew directly to that site. On the way there, the plane crashed. Accident? It was hit by a missile. We salvaged fragments of the missile and traced them back to a weapons company in Germany called Schmerzelsfolger. Never heard of them. That's because they don't exist. At least, not yet. What do you mean? 2 days before the detonation in Siberia, we intercepted a phone call between Petrov and a man called Darian Burkar to start a weapons company in Germany called Schmerzelsfolger. Darian Burkar, the scientist? I thought he was dead. He is dead. Or rather, he isn't. What does that mean? He's dead, but he won't be. Yeah, I still don't. Have you ever heard of Cecil's theorem of quantum mechanics and the possibility of ripples in the space-time continuum? Of course, but it's never been proved. We believe that it has. In Siberia 3 weeks ago. What about the plane crash? The plane crash didn't. Or rather, it will, but it won't yet. And even if it does, there's no evidence to suggest that the people on board died or are yet to die. What does this have to do with Schmurtelsfolger? That's what we want you to find out. We believe that the answer may lie in a painting at the National Gallery. What? 23 years ago, the Fighting Temeraire by Turner was removed to be professionally cleaned. When it was returned, it was fitted with a microchip from the future which hadn't been invented yet. That microchip can be traced back, or rather forwards in this case, to Schmurtelsfolger. Wait a minute. We're currently interrogating the man who put it there, Sir Lawrence Lips.
Sir Lawrence Lips? I mean, that just sounds made up.
It is made up. We don't know his real name. But we searched his apartment this morning and we found a ring with an inscription in it that just says Linda.
Linda? Linda Purcell, the wife of Petrov?
No, a different Linda. Oh, Linda Shue, CIA operative who's been working undercover for 6 months in Vietnam to expose an international drug network.
What has she got to do with it?
Her information so far has been false. We believe that she's been compromised by an agent working for the network called Benjamin Slippers.
Benjamin Slippers? Oh, come on.
He is.
He is what?
Oh, sorry, I thought you were going to say Benjamin Slippers. I thought he was dead. Well, anyway, he is. Or rather,
he isn't. What has that got to do with Petrov?
Petrov and Slippers met in Vienna 10 years ago to hatch a plan to steal an elephant from London Zoo.
An elephant? What?
But this wasn't just an ordinary elephant.
Okay.
This was an elephant that had the nuclear codes carved into its tusks.
Yeah, I'm done. I'll see you later. I just don't have the fucking
No, my God. That's only a slight exaggeration of Tenet. If you actually saw that movie, so much of that movie, like it explaining, like the dialogue and exposition, is just like like a ton of innuendos, and just the dialogue just doesn't make sense.
It's explaining like the way time works and shit. It's like just constant. It's a lot of exposition and a lot of like wibbly wobbly, like, oh my gosh, let's not overcomplicate things anymore.
And, and I can 100% believe that Christopher Nolan also has takes like the complicated language of the Odyssey and dumps it down to a point that doesn't really make much sense or sounds really on the nose. So like the average person or the dumber than average person can understand it.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was. Wait a minute, ain't Bane supposed to be a Latino? Very progressive of you, Nolan. well, hang on, Jacob. He was close. Bane's mixed race. His dad is white, so close enough, I suppose.
You know, if he wasn't old, you know who I think would make for a stellar Bane, or at least a voice for at least Danny Trejo.
I think he has voiced him actually on an occasion.
Yeah, I think he did in Young Justice. Now that I think about it.
I would get Antonio Banderas, a younger guy, but that's
because of the adjective you used there. I was just like, oh, Stellar Bane, Stellar Blade. Wait a minute, this is the sequel.
Yeah, Bane's gonna be in Stellar Blade, y'all.
They give him skimpy outfits.
Well, I mean, Bane's tank top is already a little skimpy.
That's true.
Anyways, why are they talking in plot transition? I don't know. So, what's up, Washington? All right, anyways, guys, we're overdue. Let's get back to the video.
Cool. Let's go to Chris.
I can't wait to not see this movie.
Let's go to Chris.
Motherfucker, let the man speak. Jesus Christ.
So he is cherry picking in real time, right? He's trying to say that he's trying to say that only Chris Gore's opinion matters when like Alan, who he's trying to frame this as like a huge dunk on the reputations because Chris has some positive things to say about the movie, but he's at the same time he's completely ignoring everything Alan's saying. That's just actual cherry picking.
Yeah. What? Eric Debunks being dishonest?
I don't know why Eric discounts the opinion of the Asian man. Maybe it says something about him. I don't know.
Yeah, Eric, you transphobe. Anyway.
I, for one, am shocked that Eric Debunks would ever be dishonest about anything, personally.
Yeah.
I would like to point out of what Alan said, too, none of it was like any of the things that he would consider grifty. He was talking about sound design and writing and like Yeah, it was basically like it was nothing to do with any of the like, oh, see, he's transphobic. Like it really had nothing to do with that.
Anyways.
The thing that didn't work for me mostly was the accents. The way they spoke, I felt diminished the film. It felt too modern. And in a way,
which is weird because that's exactly what the movie was sold as, is a modern telling of the Odyssey.
And why isn't it in the modern day, Eric?
Exactly.
Like the examples we came up with earlier. What the fuck, Eric? Like Kino said earlier, you can't have your cake and eat it too. It's either set in a different setting or it's set in the setting of the actual story.
It looks like Chris Gore is reacting to like he's actually seeing Eric there.
Hey!
He's like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? That's that. Actually, that might be the thumb. That might be going on the thumbnail later. But anyways, let me.
He's like, who is this man? Why does he want us to think that he's 20 years younger than he is?
What kind of tacky ass hat is Eric wearing? Well, Washington, don't you know he's trying to emulate his favorite wrestler, PN News. Yo baby, yo, and all that crap. But I digress.
I always thought Eric's choice of style is him trying to emulate his idea of what millennials dress like.
Yes. How do you do, fellow kids? Anyways, keep going here.
This hasn't been some bait and switch or some big mystery. This has been what Christopher Nolan has said about the movie for months now. It's been what people associated with the movie have been saying for months now. So if you don't like the fact that it feels modern, well, then you went into the movie with expectations of something that you were told it wasn't going to be.
It was always going to be shit. It was openly shit, so you can't criticize it. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and like what John said earlier, just because even if we were to take what Eric is saying, like his face value, like, oh, it was intentionally that way from the get-go, even then, it still doesn't make it good.
Yeah, there's execution and there's objective. Just because you have an objective and you go like, oh, okay, hey, I want my movie to be about a badass, and so I just have the guy kill everybody, and it's like, okay, but like, John, your action sucked and all the dialogue sucked, and you didn't film it well. Like, the character, he doesn't look good fighting. It's like, well, I told you that he was going to be a badass. Like, you shouldn't be mad that there's no suspense or anything. Like, you went into that with the wrong expectations. Gotcha.
You don't understand. It was stylistically designed to be that way.
Stylistically designed to suck. Yes.
It was stylistically designed to piss you off.
It was, yes.
Like, so by Eric's definition, like, the only way a movie could actually legitimately be bad is if they lie to you about what it is going in. Like, they can never be honest about what it is and it also be bad.
Yeah. Anyways.
This was never going to be some Shakespearean version of the Odyssey. It was never sold as that. It was never packaged as that. No one associated with it said that. Matter of fact, you guys knew this because you've been on panels with people where they've talked about the fact that this is based on a modern translation of the Odyssey.
Okay,
you already knew this.
So
but that doesn't
we can't criticize. We can't criticize the modern translation. We can't criticize anything around it. Like, says who? Eric says who?
So like, says Eric himself.
They're like, oh, it's based off Woman of Tomorrow.
Well, according to Eric over here, he's the authority of what people can say about films and TV shows. So you got to listen to him.
It's gonna be Triple H coming out to support him if he's with the authority.
Oh no! Oh no, John! Why would you give us flashbacks to that shit?
But
also.
It's just like,
anyways.
Oh, dude.
Anyways, moving on.
This is one of those things where it's like, you have to judge the movie based on what the movie is, not what you wanted the movie to be.
Oh,
okay,
also,
bro, calm down. Why are you so mad already? Calm down, motherfucker.
This kind of emulates Supergirl because it was like, it's based off Woman of Tomorrow, and they kind of said like, and there's a lot of negative character traits that are taken out of that comic, and a lot of people didn't like the comic. And so then whenever the movie comes out, they're like, well, it was based off of this. You can't not like it. It's like, well, no, if I don't like the source material and then you adapt that source material, you change source material all the time. Why would you not try and change something for the better for once? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
if we were not told that this was going to be a modern version, and none of the marketing told us that, the director didn't say it, the writers didn't say it, the actors didn't say it, and then you went out and you saw it, and you're like, oh, this is different. I didn't know it wasn't going to be something more classical. I can understand you being a little bit more critical on that. But you already knew this because you.
Well, he didn't say he didn't know. He also never said that he didn't know. He just said he didn't like it.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's like, hey, Darth Angel, I'm going to punch you in the face. And then I do it. And you're like, ow, I didn't like that. I'm just like, well, I told you I was going to do it.
Yeah.
I have every right to say ow.
Ouch. Anyways, moving on.
Hyper fixating on anything and everything related to the Odyssey.
Hyper fixating, he says. Hyper fixating.
Hyper fixating.
What should people fixate on, Eric? Since you're the authority.
Well, Eric hyper fixates on sucking cock.
Yeah, true.
Chris said it in one fucking sentence. I hardly think that's a hype. Let's wait and see if he hyper fixates, Eric. If he keeps talking about that for the next 10 minutes, then I'll somewhat agree with you. But if that's all he says about it, then I'm not going to say that. Also, Alan with the fucking troll face right now.
He's laughing at Eric.
Yeah. Anyways, keep going here.
Felt like El Topo, Alejandro Jodorowsky's El Topo was like a modern Western, and this felt like a modern epic, and just
which is what it was packaged as.
At Spectrum.
Have any of you guys seen El Topo?
No, I never even heard of it until just now.
I know of it, but I've never seen it.
It's a film that breaks the fourth wall. Let's just say that, like Western.
So basically, Deadpool.
Yeah, Deadpool, but cowboys.
Yeehaw.
Anyways, Kino, go ahead.
I mean, it is telling. Like, that's not necessarily a positive because El Topo, because it breaks the fourth wall and it's self-aware. That's not what that doesn't really give me a whole lot of confidence. It's still a whole lot of confidence in me that Christopher Nolan made a faithful adaptation of the Odyssey, because it's not really well, there are like a couple self-aware lines, like the cave scene, or like the confrontation with a Cyclops, because Odysseus's name means nobody. And then when the Cyclops attacks, when the Cyclops
nobody attacked me.
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of like a funny reference, like funny piece of humor, self-aware humor. But like at the same time, Christopher Nolan said in interviews that he didn't know how to implement that, which I have no idea how he couldn't. Like, it's very simple to understand. But yeah, the point is, the Odyssey is supposed to take itself seriously. So if Chris Gore is telling me that it's self-aware or breaks the fourth wall, like it is way similar to El Topo, that I don't like that. That doesn't sound very promising.
Yeah. Anyways.
That's what it was sold as.
Look, there are parts that drag, especially the first half. But then there are also moments, in particular with the Cyclops, I thought were great. The fall of Troy, I thought. The Witch with played by Samantha Ward. She was very good, and the way they the soldiers transform. I'm not going to go into detail there.
So, in other words, all of the doom and gloom, and it's going to be super woke. It's all DEI casting, DEI everything.
It is. What are you talking about?
I thought that was a positive, Eric. I thought that was
Eric.
What's wrong with pointing out?
I thought that was raised. What are you talking about?
KSN TV made a news report. Yeah, I watched it and I heard about that. I'll check it out after the stream. But anyways.
At this point, months and months and months of invested energy in other streams with other people, whether it be Critical Drinker, Nerdrotic Streams, Geeks and Gamers, Ryan Kennel, Film Threat, Side Scrollers. Just pick your poison, whichever one it is. All of the months.
You've been watching all of them for fucking months, Eric. You fucking retard.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, you stalking motherfucker.
Yeah, he really is. Yeah.
It's also it doesn't take nearly as much effort to do live streams and even like short form edited content. It doesn't really take that much effort as he's implying here.
He also doesn't make any scripts, by the way.
Yeah. And also, it's like, if the point Eric is making that I think he's making is like, oh, they're not getting to it apparently. It's like, well, I don't know, Eric, have you seen the whole video yet? They'll probably get to it eventually. Just be patient, motherfucker. Fuck. Anyways, keep going here.
Calling this movie woke DEI trash, and it ends up not being woke DEI trash.
Yeah,
it's really funny to me that this is probably the.
They didn't say that though.
They didn't say that though. So yeah, Eric, what the hell?
But also, Alan, like like Alan still didn't like it. So like, what do you mean? Like one half of half of like Film Threat is saying that it's mixed, and the other half is saying, oh, it sucks. Like I said, like what is your own here? None of them are saying that it's like that they were completely wrong in what they were in their earlier assessments of the trailers.
Yeah. Sorg asking, Backseat, do you go to the gym at all? No, there's no gyms nearby where I live, but I do get my exercise. I do make sure to get my 20 minutes each day. Anyways.
Fourth or fifth time in the last 6 months where I've seen these guys do this, go see it, and then have to change their opinion of it based on that reason. I want to make it very clear, this isn't Chris Gore walking anything back. Not totally.
Okay.
And Alan's going to pretend he doesn't like it anyway because Alan doesn't like anything. He just doesn't like anything. It's more shocking than Alan
He's never liked anything, is what you just asserted. All right.
John,
can you back up that claim, Eric, that he doesn't like anything?
He's on Rotten Tomatoes. This is easy to check.
They also have like a top 10 of the year lists where Alan gives his top 10 or like a bunch of films he likes. So that's just verifiable.
No. All that is clearly fake news. It's fake. It's disinformation. It doesn't count. It runs counter to my narrative, therefore does not exist.
Of course.
Anyways, moving on.
Something than when he doesn't like it, because that's his default setting. Well, let's see what he has to say if he ever gets to the woke DEI casting that's going to ruin the movie. Keep in
I feel
mind,
like they just named other things they didn't like, so I don't know why you think that they're like chomping at the bit to get to that stuff.
Eric, I have a question for you. Are you going to see this movie yourself? That's my question.
Well, I was real busy.
Well, he already has all of his talking points in order, so why would he?
Yeah.
And if the answer is no, why are you this mad over them just saying something you don't agree with? Why are you this mad? You're shouting at the top of your lungs.
He's getting really ass mad over this. Yeah.
How many minutes are? We're 6 minutes in.
Yes.
Or months. Absolutely disgustingly racist to Lapita.
Really?
Criticism is racism.
Really?
Criticism is racism.
Where's the proof? If you're talking about the memes, if you mean the memes,
put some receipts, motherfucker.
Yeah, put them on screen, you fucking fat fuck.
Oh, kids, too much effort, bro. Anyways, keep going here. Literally nothing, Jacob. Let's keep going.
The face that steals 1,000 ships, all of the awful things that she said about her. They harassed her for months and saying she was going to ruin
harassing
the movie.
her now. So if she goes in and watches their videos, that's them harassing her.
Apparently.
Well, that's a very entertaining story, Eric, but unfortunately, us real detectives have to worry about that little thing called evidence.
Found the video.
Where's the evidence, Eric?
It's like that Wendy's commercial. Like, where's the evidence? Where's the evidence? Yeah. Eric is like, the only race you can criticize is white. Exactly. Anyways.
Because she was a black woman playing the role of a white person. But not complaining about the Greekness of these characters. Just
actually, they have. Again, you haven't watched their videos. They literally have been asking for Greeks to be cast in these roles.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is a big aspect I have issue with. It's not simply like Ellen or Elliot Page or wherever you call them being cast in a role, or Lupita being cast in a role. It's like it's all these big name all-star actors being cast when they're like the main selling point, where they're just supposed to be themselves and not really act, if that makes any sense. If they were like, I would like accept that. That would be more acceptable if this were like a story that was inspired by the Odyssey, where they're playing original characters, but they're not. They're playing like this is an adaptation of one of the most well-known stories and one of the most significant stories in human history, and they're just. It feels like narcissism is on full display here, because they're not playing them. They're just playing themselves, not actual characters.
Yeah.
So it's funny. I just looked up Alan Ng on Rotten Tomatoes. So most recently, he did give a 4 out of 10 to the Odyssey here. The review before that, from just 3 days ago, was for the Cholesterol Code, which he gave an 8.5 out of 10. The review before that, also from 3 days ago, was for Hot Girl Summer, which he gave an 8 out of 10. The review before that was for Spades, which was also 3 days ago. He gave an 8 out of 10. So the 3 previous ones before Odyssey were all very positive reviews. Then a negative one for Moana live action, but I don't think even Eric would disagree with that. And then 3 more positive. No, I'm sorry. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, 8 according to Rotten Tomatoes, because it's only a 6.5. But anyways, 9, 10 more straight positive ones before we get to the next negative one, which was Supergirl. Then several more positive ones in a row, including Toy Story 5, which, anyways. But
if you are going to lie about someone, you should at least make sure that the lie isn't the most easy thing to disprove.
Fact check.
Okay, Alan, actually, I got a bone to pick with you now. You gave that new Animal Farm a 6 out of 10? Come on, man.
Oh, fuck.
But if anything, he's too positive, Eric. Come on.
Yes.
Say about that.
I thought that was very clever, but for the most part, I'm still marinating on it. It's not a disaster. But I'll say the castings.
Oh, really?
It's not going with your preconceived notion, Eric. You should be. You should admit you were wrong now.
Eric hears the word "hot girl summer" and cries about the male gaze. Yeah.
Well, usually it's women using that phrase, but maybe they're all pick-me's if they use that phrase. I don't know.
Anyways.
Not a big deal.
It's not that big a deal because of screen time.
Right.
It's not a big deal because of screen time. That's incredible.
How is this a red flag? What the fuck?
Implying it would have been a big deal if she'd have been in a main role.
Yeah, so I don't see how this refutes anything they've been saying, that they look that they don't look appropriate, that they're not appropriate for the roles. They're just saying that, there are parts of the movie that doesn't include them.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. Well, it's good to know that all of the fucking months that you spent making the most racist and hateful content you could about Lupita and Travis.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Pop off, Angel.
What? No. Go back to what he just said, please. So I can...
All the fucking months that you spent making the most racist and hateful content you could about Lupita and Travis, making the anti-trans content that you guys were involved with.
Right there. Okay.
Oh,
the most
you violated the
racist-
law.
most racist comments about Lupita and Travis Scott. Let's start with Lupita. What part of her screams Helen of Troy? Please just tell me. What part of her screams Helen of Troy? What part of her screams fucking Greek of all things? No, wait, I forgot. Oh, it's only okay when you race swap the white to black, but you can't do it the other way around. We can't have Ryan Gosling being Black Panther now, can we? Because that's not okay. It's erasing blackness.
If you were to
somehow.
take a traditionally Asian or African story and do colorblind casting, they would 100% have a problem with it. Like Moana, for instance, it's just openly a celebration of Polynesian culture. So and the fact that there are so many Polynesian actors on display, like in the movie, that's framed as a selling point by reviewers. The same reviewers who are saying that, oh yeah, Greeks are played by all these different races and cultures is excellent and is authentic. Like there's a clear contradiction and hypocrisy there. So it's either some of it's okay or none of it's okay.
Just for posterity's sake, I want Mulan starring Alexandra Daddario.
Personally, if you're going to frame a movie as a celebration or like as an authentic retelling or somewhat authentic retelling, you kind of need to keep it accurate to how it was originally depicted. That's the camp I'm on.
Yeah,
and I'm going to try to be consistent with that, Stan.
Yeah, I'm always going to be against like race swaps and shit for any sort of established story. You know, be it a comic character who has always been depicted one way, or was like initially always depicted like that, and then maybe later changed for the same retarded I'm going to disagree with the change, and then I'm going to disagree with anybody following that version in an adaptation. And then. Yeah, same thing with like one of the most established stories ever, because it's one of the oldest friggin' stories. It's still going in the Odyssey. It's just ridiculous. And I know what the argument always is against this. It's like, well, that's not inherent to their identity. Well, bullshit. It's always inherent. It's a Greek story. It takes place literally around Greece, and it involves like they literally found like remnants of the city that would have been Troy. Like, of course, it's relevant. It's very often relevant. And if you're going to say it's not relevant there, then the geography doesn't matter with any sort of African or East Asian story or anything. So,
yeah. Anyways, let's keep going here.
Critical Drinker or the other people that did this, everyone that went out and did this. And I'm seeing people on social media right
just real quick. Critical Drinker uses he uses he/him pronouns to refer to Elliot Page. He outright said that he wishes he supports his transition and whatever comes with being
he hopes he's happy with.
So this is just a lie from Airrick. Like he's just just completely mischaracterizing.
Yeah, he just wants to be mad about something, man. I don't know.
Does Elliot fucking Page look fucking happy ever?
No. They always post these fucking pictures of Ellen Page on Instagram and all that shit, and it's always her smiling. It's like, oh, Ellen Page is super buff and all this crap, and that's why they hate her. It's like, no, I don't. I don't want to. Ellen Page genuinely looks unhealthy whenever I see her
malnourished.
Well, girl Ellen Page looks kind of happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fucking man fucking Ellen Page looks like she wants to fucking hang herself.
Yeah, man Ellen Page always looks like she's forcing a damn smile. Yeah.
This goes back to Airrick is incapable of having fun, I think. Because they'll very often make jokes about this sort of stuff, but I very seriously doubt that if the film were 10 out of 10 banger to them and they were just jumping out of their seat the whole time, I very much doubt they would be like, oh, but it has that trans actor. I gotta be negative now anyway. It's that's just not how they operate after watching a lot of these guys for years. It's they'll just mention in passing and be like, I disagree with this political thing, but the movie's great. I've literally seen them. I'm trying to think of even like with Barbie and shit. A lot of them have been like, well, I don't like this, and this, but like clearly it appeals well to the the women and the gays and everything. It's like, all right, and like they're perfectly willing to admit when something is appealing despite disagreeing with them.
Right.
You're obviously lying, John. Eric said so.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on.
Now going, they're only in the movie for maybe 5-10 minutes. It's not really a big deal. It doesn't have much to do with the story, which, by the way, if you check my receipts, I have said most likely.
We're waiting for you to post them, bro.
Where are they? Show us, bitch.
Please. Eric, we don't watch every single video you make. If you have receipts posted, you have to tell us where.
Yeah, put it on
Probably
screen.
ate them.
Take your fucking red flag off and put the fucking receipts on there, you fucking fat fuck.
Show us the tweets.
That red flag up or backseaters.
No, that's
Listen, guys,
literally Eric. See,
You don't understand, like,
that's Eric.
like clicking a file.
I kind of forgot.
Yeah, clicking a file and then putting it on the timeline in your editor. That takes way too much effort for Eric. Like, come on, that's a monumental task to do.
Because remember, guys, Eric Debunks is...
He's fat!
Anyways.
Show us the receipts. Show us the tweets.
Please.
Show us the clips.
Where is your smoking gun?
Where's the files?
Where's the files?
Where are the Epstein files? Where are the Epstein files, Eric?
Where are the files, nigga?
On the roles that they were playing in the movie, there wasn't going to be a ton of screen time. And then all of this complaining about Lupita ruining the movie, which, by the way, was bullshit anyway, because Lupita is a fantastic actress.
Not even close. Not even close.
No one's denying that.
Whether or not she's a good actress or not has nothing to do with whether or not she's a miscast for a role.
Yeah.
Like do you think what's a good example of like a Josh Brolin like playing an unhealthy character? Like a lot of people forget
Tiny
this,
Tim. There we go.
Tiny Tim, Tim. Like there's certain there are limits to like in terms for live action performances. There are limits to what are believable performances, right?
Yeah.
Tiny Tim is probably what Eric names his penis.
Ah!
Pussy.
Anyway,
I'm here all day, folks. I'm here all day.
But Kino, sort of relate back to your point there. Yeah, Kino, like speaking as a wrestling fan and former wrestler, Kino, there's this thing called wrestling psychology. See, and basically, what it is that you kind of have to play into people's expectations when you present a match to them, right? So, like, Kino, you obviously know who Andre the Giant is, right?
Yes,
you're not gonna
Princess Bride, yeah.
You're not gonna get fucking Andre the Giant in the damn ring and have him move around like he's fucking Rey Mysterio, because that's not what people expect of him. And
Like
the inverse is true.
When Andre was in a couple of Japanese promotions and stuff before he was in the WWE, agile.
I know he could, but they didn't have him do it much because, again, wrestling psychology.
Yeah, but like here's the problem with Elliot Page. Like, let's say for the sake of argument that you believe that they're like a man, you use all the correct pronouns, you validate their identity. People are under no obligation to validate like their view that they are a buff like warrior.
Yeah,
like, they're 5'1". Like. They struggle, like from the clips I've seen, they struggle to walk around with the armor that they're wearing. Like, I do not buy that they are a deadly force to be reckoned with at all.
It's funny. When I first heard that Elliot Page was going to be in the Odyssey, I assumed that Elliot was going to be Hermes.
Well, they're playing Sinon, who's not even in the Odyssey. They're in the Iliad.
Yeah. But anyways.
So they are literally a forced inclusion.
Yes. Eric Debunks ate a whole case of Oreos after having this meltdown. Exactly.
Surprised he's not eating them in anger right now.
Yeah. Also, Kino, you got a super chat.
Oh boy, let me check it. Let me read it out. Hold on.
Darth Angel got put to the back of the stream row.
Yeah, you're in the back of the stream, Angel.
Oh no!
All right, for $2, and this is a question for one of you guys on the panel. What is Alex's thoughts on ALR's response video? So just a little review. Well, it's funny you mentioned that.
I'm in the middle of recording a response to that as we speak. But that's all I want to say about that because I don't want to spoil anything.
He's literally recording himself while he's doing this stream with us. Yeah.
And just for the record, like if you guys want to debate it out on my channel, like hash it out, instead of putting all the work through response videos, let me know because I'm more than happy to host it.
And let me know so I can get another meme video out of it, like I did with Ant and Backseaters debate.
Do it. That shit was funny as fuck. Ant seriously thought he won that shit, but he didn't.
I am literally getting new memes and clips right now for future videos that are coming soon.
Good. Also, Airrick would be eating the chocolate Oreos to own the chuds.
Yes. You know what they say, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Yes.
Anyway. Man, it's the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Same difference.
Not do a good job. It's fucking insanity. It's fucking insanity, which is what made it so racist from the beginning of all of this.
That word means nothing anymore. Shut up.
Yeah.
These fucking people's fucking bar for fucking racism and fucking
is really low.
Racism. So fucking low, man.
Hey, Airrick, you're racist. Why? Because I don't like you. There, now you're racist. Live with your racism now. Yeah.
You're racist because we said so.
Yes. Anyways. Oh shit. Hang on, everybody. I glitched. Oh, there we go. There, I thought I was glitched for a minute. Anyways, keep going.
Months and months, not exclusively you, as in Chris, Gore, and Alan. They played a part in it. They're not innocent in this. But these guys, this portion.
What are they guilty of? What are they guilty of?
What are their crimes, sir?
Motherfucker.
Listen, they had an opinion that he disagreed with. That is clearly like the worst thing a human being could ever do.
Yeah, pretty much.
This media grifter fucking flop watching community spent months being.
What the fuck is flop watching? What the fuck? Does anyone know what that is?
Well,
I guess just trying to prey on any flop that happens and saying like, "Oh, this is because of, the things that I don't like."
Yeah, it's like. So if you think a movie's gonna flop, you're just watching everything about it in hopes of it flopping, basically.
All right. Well, I'm asking Grok what it is, but anyways, we'll see what Grok says. Yep, guilt by association, of course. Anyways, let's keep going.
Fucking racist and hateful to Lapita. Only to find out.
Fucking racist, like fucking 30.
Hasn't he already had this same rant in this same video a couple times? Like,
yeah,
pretty sure, yeah.
That's his same rant every time he pauses the fucking video.
Yeah.
Every time they say something, he's just like, "Oh, you're gonna say that after all the racist, transphobic."
His go-to argument is always racism, not that they're wrong.
That is literally what I just said earlier. It's like they'll call us racist and all that, but they'll never call us wrong.
Yeah.
Because they know if they do, then we'll be like, "Well, what's your argument? Where's the proof?" And they won't have any proof.
She's not really in the movie that much. But the damage is done. The material harm is done, and she had to deal with all of that.
Harm?
What material harm? What, did she get like fucking punched over this? What material harm? What are you talking about, Airrick?
Oh my god!
What even is material harm?
Fuck.
And then also,
somebody probably said to her, "Hey, you're probably you're getting some backlash online," and she was probably like, "Oh, really?" and went on about her fucking life.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Eric's the type of guy that screams every buzzword when he wakes up. Yeah, his alarm clock is fucking Chris Gore's voice. He wakes up he's like, racist!
I was thinking whenever he's snoring, he's like, racist, bigot,
he wakes up in the morning and he starts flogging himself.
Yeah, anyways.
Travis, who didn't get as much hate as Lupita, but still got hate. And I can't wait for you guys to hear the complaints about Travis Scott in this video. Because it's so fucking pathetic.
How about Christopher Nolan?
It's so pathetic, and it's so try-hard, and it's so narrative-driven that it's crazy to me that they even mention it in this video.
I've seen like most of the actors get heat, like Tom Holland and John Bernthal, like they're in this movie. Like John Bernthal has like a shitty bald cap. I saw like people were criticizing.
Oh no.
Zendaya as Athena. I heard that one, taken down a lot. If he wants to cry racist, I mean, he hasn't even mentioned that. I don't think he really pays attention.
Yeah. I don't think so.
The video for them has done really well. Right? The video's done really well. The video's got 309,000 views in one day. Probably one of the best videos they've ever made in the history of Film Threat, at least in recent times.
So is that it, Eric? You're fucking butthurt that they got more views than you?
Probably, yeah.
Got a little traction off of this, which, by the way, I don't know why, because there's nothing really enlightening that these guys are saying, especially Alan.
What the fuck are you talking about? They just got out of a movie and they're explaining it. That isn't out yet. That is quite literally enlightening. They are enlightening the audience of what they just saw.
Mm-hmm. Eric would say they're not going after Zendaya because she's white passing, probably.
There's nothing enlightening they're really saying, but the fact that they're admitting
they are going after her. That was my point.
Everybody's gotten a fucking piece of the fucking from what I've seen.
Yeah, he just doesn't like to name the ones that like show that it's just a consistent pattern with like badly casted or badly looking bad in the film. I mean, hell, they've even assaulted the armor with like Shad and stuff. So like that doesn't have any race, so it doesn't fit his narrative. So he's not going to mention it.
Is it woke? The movie isn't DEI the movie. They're not saying anything like that. At least the opinions they're giving about like the movie dragging and not liking certain elements of it. At least those are subjective opinions about the fucking movie.
Those are objective things, though, Eric.
And it's like they always talk about that. So he's acting like it's some sort of abnormality. He's like screaming, like, ah! It's like, yeah, we talk about different things pre-release because we can't talk about the sound mixing until we actually see the movie. We can talk about what someone says on the red carpet before we see the movie because they said it. It's not. It's like, what do you want them to do? Just take wild guesses about the movie before they see it and only talk about that and not things that actually come out and are shown to them?
Yeah. Anyways, keep going here.
That they watched. At least they went and saw it, and they're giving honest opinions, I believe, about the stuff they didn't like in the movie. Which, by the way, if that's what these channels were doing all the time, I wouldn't be making videos about them. Because
that is what they do after the movie comes out. That is what they do after the movie comes out. They talk about other shit before the movie comes out.
Exactly.
You go and you see the movie, and then you give your opinion about the movie. As long as you're not a dickhead.
Oh, as long as you're not a dickhead. So, fuck. There we go. You can't be a dickhead about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill
it's like, well, what constitutes a dickhead, though, Eric? Oh, negativity.
Whatever Eric doesn't like constitutes.
Exactly. Anyways.
A jackass, a racist, or any of those things. I don't have anything to say to you about it. And then Alan in the back, the fucking audacity of Alan to sit in the back and say it's not really a big deal. You were one of the biggest perpetrators on Film Threat of making racist, hateful comments about not just Lupita, but any
Show the fucking proof, nigga.
Nigga.
Show the proof, for God's sake.
Where's the proof? Where's the proof? Where's the proof? Anyways.
Involved in any of these properties when it comes to them being black. Quite literally one of the worst people.
Are
that's
you calling
insanity.
me bad because I'm black? Oh, wow.
To me. Not to mention Elliot Page. They're going to talk about Elliot here in a moment. But I have something to say about that as well.
It might as well be cameos.
Oh, boy.
They're really not in the movie all that much. Although Elliot Page as Sinan is the greatest soldier I've ever known. It was called that in the movie. That's like a line in the movie. Okay, so.
Oh yeah, so Elliot Page. Let's talk about Elliot for a moment. Elliot, the trans person, the trans man who got harassed for months about being Achilles. Remember all the videos about Elliot Page playing Achilles, and they can't believe that. They can't believe that Elliot's playing Achilles. Why the fuck would Elliot, a trans man, play a cisgender made-up character from the story?
Yeah, that's a good question, because this character is Sinan, again, a character who wasn't in the Odyssey and is established to be a mighty warrior, but
and also not a trans.
Yeah, and Elliot Page is a 5'1". Even if you want to say that they're a man, they're 5'1" and don't resemble a warrior at all. It's like casting Michael Cera or what's another wimpy actor, Peter Dinklage, as a traditional mighty warrior without bringing any
Brooklyn
attention to them
Brawler. Yeah,
we need 300, a remake done with all of these actors.
Now you could make a story where like more so like in the modern day, where they have like aspects that like tools or gadgets, but none of that really works in the Odyssey because they don't have any of that.
Yeah. Anyways,
make any sense to these guys? They don't understand.
Easy to make an anachronistic version of the Odyssey, but I don't think people necessarily want that. They want something.
Yeah, that'd be hard to follow. Yeah. Anyways,
and they spent months and months and months harassing Elliot over this. And it comes down to it that Elliot isn't
even asshole.
We're still waiting. Where's the proof? Where's the proof?
Criticizing,
where's the beef?
Harassing, you fucking goofball.
Wouldn't what Eric does technically be harassment by his own standard?
Kinda,
it's true. He's talking negatively about someone on the internet in his own videos. So that's all they're doing is talking negatively about someone in their own videos. So yeah, it's very hypocritical.
Playing Achilles, and they're still making jokes about Elliot in the movie.
How dare they make jokes?
Oh, won't someone please protect the act? Please think of the actors.
Okay,
Oh, yes.
Eric,
Poor millionaire.
Eric, since we've established that jokes are harmful, like, do you promise never to make any jokes at Drinker, Nerdrotic, or Chris Squirt's expense ever again?
Well, no, because they're hateful, so it's okay to make jokes about them.
Yeah.
I just want Eric to watch a late 90s, early 2000s rock roast on where he's talking about, like, I would say the reward should be 5 minutes with your wife, but everybody's already had 5 minutes with your wife. And, like, all this shit that they would say in the crowds chanting the F slur, as he would call it.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh. He would either melt or he'd laugh at it and hate himself.
Eric is getting a pass because apparently he's on the right side of history. Yeah, apparently. Yeah.
Elliot could be the best soldier because Elliot's a trans person. That doesn't make sense to them. That's funny. That's hilarious.
Well, how are they the best soldier? Can you explain how they would be the best
soldier? Have you ever
soldier?
seen a buff person? Like, do you know what muscle is? Like, that's why they couldn't be the best soldier.
If Elliot were like piloting a mech, like, I could buy that they would be forced to be reckoned with. But like in terms of raw physical strength, no way.
No.
Trying to come up with something to complain about because they realize that all of the sky is falling, the doom and gloom. They put these actors in this movie to get awards. None of this narrative makes sense now because they saw the movie and guess what? The movie isn't what they said it was going to be. So now they're having to fucking come up with other reasons to complain about the film that don't make
Eric,
sense.
he's already said this. This is like the fifth time he's on this stupid point.
Guys, whoa. What if, I'm about to blow Eric's mind. What if you're seeing a movie for the first time, you have other things to talk about?
Oh, I never thought that.
No.
way,
You have to
man.
go look. You don't go into a movie to form your opinion. You go into a movie to confirm whatever you've said beforehand about it, and you should only repeat that. Otherwise, you were wrong, and you can't ever admit you were wrong.
Right.
And they're not even really admitting they're wrong. They're just kind of talking about other things, and they've even said that like Elliot Page is kind of comical as the best soldier. So that actually would say that I would say that would validate the what they've said beforehand about how if they tried to make him a soldier, it would probably be pretty silly.
Yeah. Eric would call The Rock a fake woke person if he saw those clips.
Yeah, whereas I hate modern day Rock because he pussied out on everything, but he used to be funny.
Yeah.
Pussy.
Anyways.
That doesn't make sense. Why is that funny to you? Why is that a joke? Is it impossible for a trans man to be a great soldier?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because they don't have
understand the humor.
He doesn't have the build of a biological man.
Again, wrestling psychology. If you're going to have a buff guy, if you want to sell a person as being like really big and strong, get a fucking buff guy in there.
Kind of the reverse of what you were saying before, Backseater. It's like, oh no, it's HBK the Giant, and he's standing there next to Hulk Hogan, and he's like looking up at him, but they're like, look at the size of HBK. Can Hogan possibly slam him? Like they have to like lie and pretend like he's giant. And then like Andre comes into, I think I'm cute, I think I'm sexy, and he's like dancing. These things don't fit. We all know that it's silly, Eric.
Yeah, that would be surreal as shit. Yes. Anyways,
like these things are. I know you've like culture war brain rotted yourself into thinking that it's not funny, but like just the picture. I've seen the one clip of him running in the movie. It's fucking hilarious. Like,
yeah.
I'm sorry, it's just silly to look at. You're really, I can tell that you're stifling laughter if you watch that clip and you're like, no, this is very good, very serious.
This is very good. Yes. The Rock, though Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were the best people to run America.
Yeah, he meant to type. Yeah.
Oh yeah. God damn it, Jacob! Double check what you say before you type it. Anyways,
doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But in the mind of people that are doing narrative-driven content and bigoted content for money, I guess it does make sense. Maybe it plays really well.
So, does anyone else see the irony of him like complaining about making content for money when he literally has his Cash App on?
Yeah, literally. And make sure to subscribe to me on all my accounts, bro.
I also love narrative-driven content. It's like, dude, you're trying to drive a narrative that there's nothing abnormal about this woman pretending to be the best soldier in a man army.
Show us an example of non-narrative driven content. Because every critic has has a narrative. Either it's good or it's not good.
Yeah, and part of the narrative is like, I was right, I was wrong in my, prediction or whatever, pre-release. That's even part of like a channel's narrative, I would say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Who wants to give money to Airrick Debunks? Apparently someone does, because Airrick got, despite having 8.9 thousand subs, he got 4.5. Oh my fucking aunt! Not only was it not Shakespearean, but the modern translation tried to capture the vibe of the Homeric Greek and modern English. What the fuck
it didn't
does that
actually.
even mean?
She said that Homer was lacking perspective, and whenever she talked about her translation. But
did Ant even see it? Did Ant even see it?
I don't know.
I don't think he did.
The Rock is the enlightened centrist.
Well, now his latest statement was just that he's not going to talk about politics at all. But now we all know where he stands, and he just got a bunch of shit for it. So then he's like, "Oh, everybody forget what I said. I'm just not going to talk about it."
The Rock is wishy-washy. Yeah. Anyways,
their audience, but it's really shocking to me. They're trying very hard here, very hard to make something out of nothing.
It's one of those things where you see a Nolan film the first time, you're like, why did you do this and that? And then the second time you see it, maybe it bothers you less.
not going to happen.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm seeing it the second time on Thursday.
Here's my big thing.
Wow, you hear that, Eric? He's going to see it a second time just to make sure he solidifies every one of his thoughts.
Wow, here we go.
Eric is too busy looking at his phone to be paying attention at this point in the video because, it's a real long
I'm busy
video.
playing my games on my phone.
He's like, is anybody giving me any money on Cash App? Can I end the stream now?
Money,
no?
money, 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 money. And is backing up his butt buddy, apparently.
That was Matt Damon on screen. That was Anne Hathaway on screen. That was Tom Holland on screen. There was no characterization. No.
Yeah, see, that's exactly what
No
I was worried about. Like, there's no acting involved for these iconic characters.
Yeah. This happens a lot in animated movies where they'll cast celebrities and they don't
Aquafina.
Yeah, they either act like themselves and they just cast them in a character that they can just act like themselves, or the other thing is like they don't change their voice at all to kind of fit the character. Whereas like an anime voice actor will very often change and have many different little voices that they do based on if they're playing like an egomaniacal person or like a nice person or whatever. So it sounds like it's kind of the live action version of that.
Yeah. Sleepy Joe made a book. Well, anyone can write a book, okay?
Or have it ghost written, yes.
Yes.
I'm an alpha.
Yeah.
I'm playing this character. I'm seeing Matt Damon and Hathaway and everyone.
Well, it's kind of funny because one of the issues that would cause that is having people that are not attached to the story being able to embody those characters.
What?
They didn't embody characters. He just
What
said
is
they
he
were acting like
talking about?
themselves.
Yeah.
If they were embodying characters, that would mean that they adapted.
Yeah.
So when I was saying months ago, there's no complaints about any of these actors not being Greek. It wasn't just because I'm like trying to play devil's advocate or do a gotcha.
Well,
because
it
of
just
the
meant
whole
you were
repeated-
uninformed because they did say that like repeatedly and all the time.
Yeah. Anthony Grambulia still can't get his novel done. That's right, Washington. It's still on there. Is he even still writing it? Evan, has Ant said anything recently about his novel? Is he still writing it? Evan, did you die?
Yes.
Shit, Evan died. Fuck, anyways, moving on.
Yeah,
Eric
it's
is
always
looking
like. Oh, I was just gonna say it's always amazing that no matter what kind of controversy we're in, you can always see Ant getting on the wrong side of it. It always happens.
You see Iran posting like an AI video of them destroying. He's just like, "Wow, really impressive" in the comments. He's like, "Damn it, Ant."
Eric is looking to see if his grinder match has a response to him. Oh no.
Yeah, and it's Airrick.
Eric is his own match on Grinder. Yeah.
the thing or
His
whatever.
alt account.
Yeah, might have been a little bit in there of that. I was still right. I was still right about it.
What were you right about?
When you're making a movie based on mythology from a specific community, you're always going to get the best possible work when it comes from people in that community. So if you would have argued that you wanted more Greek people in the Odyssey back
They
then,
did.
I don't even really agree with that. I mean, I think casting because of looks, but I don't think like the director and everybody also needs to be Greek and everything.
Yeah, I don't agree with that, no.
Because
Yeah.
like most of the best female characters ever written have been written by men, so that alone like seems to kind of disprove that.
I mean, there's a difference between like having an actual Greek person and a fucking black person.
Yes. Or hell, like just a normal white person, I think will do for most people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Like, if a person's supposed to be Greek, you can sit there and say, okay, an American or a British person, they could still pull that off. But if you're like, oh, we're gonna hire fucking Denzel Washington to fucking play this fucking character, then you got to go, well, okay, that doesn't exactly fucking match with what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
That's not that's not a fucking racist thing to say. That's just saying, yeah, this person does not match what is going on. I mean,
yeah,
fucking, if you're making a movie about fucking a bunch of samurais and shit, and their last battle from the whatever the fuck they're doing, and then you hire all black people to be samurais, you know, you sit there and you go, this isn't fucking right. Well,
okay, but Briscoe, what if when the black samurai started fighting, you played Japanese rap music to go with it?
Oh,
Started a beat.
Shut up, John.
Ubisoft, that was their idea.
Fuck off, Ubisoft.
Anthony made a video just find the race swap in the Odyssey and thinks Black Panther getting race swapped is worse than Helen Troy getting race swapped.
Of course he does. Of course he does. Even though, like, hypothetically, you can write like an alternate Marvel universe where like the vibranium comet or whatever the fuck
landed in Europe.
It lands in Europe or an underdeveloped part of like Europe,
South Africa,
yeah, or like the Savage Land, like Khazar could become Black.
Khazar, hey man, that'd be cool. I'd pay to see that.
There's also the concept as far as like people still looking Greek, even if they're, you know, from another like Caucasian race. There's also these things called tans that really like you're only really going to notice on white people, and since Greek people are very often like kind of olive skinned, that'll be a lot easier to pull off. You either do a spray tan or like have the actor tan for the role.
Yeah.
That's tan face, John.
It's kind of like whenever these actual fucking racists see like a tan person in an anime and they're like, oh, look at Mirko, she's black. It's like, no, tan's fucking tan, you idiots.
Yes.
They've never seen an Okinawan person before.
I guess all the Gyarus are blacks as well, just not tan. No.
Yeah, apparently it's more the hypocrisy of wanting representation and not having a single Greek. Yeah, pretty much.
Well, Leguizamo is the worst about this because he was giving this big speech during their press tour over this about like, oh, you know, it's so hard to get Latino stories told, and I'm like, yeah, you're saying this as you're stealing a Greek person's role, like.
Well, Leguizamo shouldn't be fucking talking about anything. He made the movie The Pest.
Oh yeah,
he made the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Well, the Pest is like just him being a complete fucking racist and bigot and everything.
Yeah,
throughout the whole fucking movie.
Anyways, keep going on.
I would have never made videos about it because guess what? You're right. They probably should have had more Greek people in this film. They probably should have.
So you admit
Maybe
it?
That's what should have been done.
You agree with all the grifters.
Yeah.
So the chuds were right again.
Yeah. John Leguizamo is the same guy who said if you follow ICE and don't go see any movie he's in. Well, that saves me a shitload of money.
Nobody saw your movies anyway, John. It's fine.
That for more Greek representation in a story about Greek people. Awesome. I would be on board with that and I wouldn't have a problem with it. But here you are now going, I wonder why these people who are not ethnically involved with the community that this story came from, I wonder why they're having such a hard time connecting to the source material.
Well, no, that's
why
just bad acting and bad directing at that point. It's not that they're like physically incapable of acting like a Greek character. And also he could have this same criticism for they had the same criticism that fucking Elliot didn't fit his role either or like act well in it physically.
Yeah.
And you're like, but you would say that one is phobic, but whenever he insults the white actors, it's okay. And that's like, oh yeah, I agree with that because they're not Greek. It's like, do you not see the fucking hypocrisy in these back-to-back responses that you just did?
Apparently, yeah. That's the one smart thing Eric said in this video, Washington. Yeah, Eric is a chud now. Apparently,
come on, Friday Night Tights, man, get on there tomorrow.
Yeah, man,
Eric.
let's do it.
I'm gonna laugh now if Alan is like, oh yeah, and the same thing applies to Lupita Nyong'o, and he's just like, well, no, that's different.
They're not embodying these characters the way you want them to. But to also put a little side note on that, the movie wasn't supposed to be a retelling of the story in a way that I guess feels so ethnically connected to Greek people.
At what point can you criticize it then? Is that just going to be an excuse for anything that he says?
Yeah,
is wrong
he's
with
just
the
gonna
movie?
he's gonna use that as a convenient goalpost mover. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so bizarre. Like, of course, like if you're making an adaptation of something, it's supposed to resemble what's being adapted. If he just if it doesn't, and he just says, "Oh well, that doesn't matter," then at what point can we just say that this isn't an adaptation of anymore?
Yeah, at this point it's the Odyssey in name only. Yeah.
Well, when Matt Damon came into that one Greek battle and he was playing "I'm a Real American" as he's dancing into the battlefield with a big American flag, it was, you can't insult that because it was never meant to be historically accurate. It was meant to be a modern adaptation. America's a modern nation, guys. I don't know why you're insulting this. It's perfectly fine.
Imagine Chris Gore and Alan Ing having a debate with Airrick Debunks.
They would just be confused. He'd be like, "You're a fucking bigot." And they'd be like, "Yeah, so anyways, I didn't like the sound design." And he's just like, "Shut the fuck up."
This is a modern version, and they never hid that from any of us. So there's that. But again, maybe more Greek representation would have made it feel a little more authentic.
So
if that was the argument
them.
you're making, I'd be totally down for it. But you're not making that argument because then you would have to admit that all the
They
other
are
bullshit
making
you said
that
prior to the movie
argument.
coming out
Wait, what did he say? Because then you'd have to admit what?
Hang on.
would have made it feel a little more authentic. And if that was the argument you're making, I'd be totally down for it. But you're not making that argument because then you would have to admit that all the other bullshit you said prior to the movie coming out meant absolutely nothing.
And
that would absolutely line up with what they said. If they're saying that they shouldn't have been back in trans because those weren't in the story, and you're saying, oh, they should say what's in the story, like Greek people, then the same criticism that you just said, Eric, applies to Lupita Nyong'o as well, because she also is not Greek, just like Matt Damon's not Greek. I don't know why you think they're like excluded from that criticism just because he didn't name them.
I don't know.
Your whole logic applies to Lupita too. So like you're a blazing hypocrite if you don't have a problem with that casting as well for the same exact reason.
Telling a mythological story out of time based on stories and making it modern. So it wasn't exactly them trying to make a historically accurate mythology film. That wasn't what Christopher Nolan was doing. He never promised that.
Colors were muted. It felt very muted. It should have been grand and colorful, and it wasn't that. And I thought the music, it's not the best for a Nolan film. Usually,
which is weird because every other person that I've watched on here that I respect as far as
Eric, oh my god, every other person you knew fucking praised the shit out.
Yeah, so again, cherry picking. Here's a question, Eric. When have they ever had a controversial opinion where they criticize something that critics love, but has like glaring plot problems? Because this is like his attitude, right? If it has a positive positive rating on Rotten Tomatoes, then it's good without question. Do you know what also has a great critic score, Eric? Fucking Cuties. Would you say that's cool? Because if yes, then I think that's a massive tell on your end.
Well, it doesn't have boys in it, so he wouldn't.
Yeah.
He wouldn't.
If they were little boys twerking, maybe he might have at a pride parade. He might change his opinion. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, Eric respects people. Apparently, yeah.
Is like reviewers and stuff or influencers, whatever you want to call it, that I've watched talk about this have said that they think the music is one of the best parts of the movie. So it's kind of weird that he would say the opposite, but I think there's a reason why.
Two people have a differing opinion. What?
Yeah,
especially with music.
Yeah, Chris was talking more about the fucking color of the movie and how everything is like desaturated as shit, not the music. He didn't bring up the music.
Well, he did at the end there, Backseat.
Oh,
He
okay,
said
well,
he was talking about the color, and then at the very end he said, and the music was not matching.
Oh, okay.
But it's like it's still like, okay, so if you'd have watched Chris first and then you would have watched the person that you like, would you be like, oh wow, that's weird that he liked the music because the other person I listened to
No, it's not a person he listens to. It's probably going to be like fucking his fucking co-host, fat fucking lazy Joe, and
Crazy Joe, yeah,
and who beard fucking guy that fucking band fucking Backseater and shit.
Oh yeah. Airrick would see that movie opening weekend, pretty much. Yeah, I remember that fat guy. Like we were watching that video, and fucking Airrick asked him a question, and he looked up for his phone like, huh? Like, oh shit, I got found out. He caught me lacking. But I digress.
I'm a head out guy. Later.
All right, see you, Angel.
Peace.
Alright, we're dropping like flies! Anyways, if cuties had boys, Airrick would be streaming. He'd be too busy bashing it.
He'd be busy bashing his cock while watching it.
Yeah. Anyways.
I think they meant wouldn't be streaming.
A lot.
Oh.
This one did.
A lot of drumming.
The Travis Scott song over credits.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see it at the Academy Awards this year.
Oh, so the song over the credits ruined the movie for you.
Yes.
Got it.
I can't remember the last. Ruin the movie for him. Jesus, he made a joke about it. It's like this guy's like waiting with his fucking finger on the trigger, just like, don't you say anything negative. Oh, I gotcha.
He said something negative. Fire exterminatus. Yeah.
It's like you could be like, oh yeah, I didn't like his haircut. He's just like, oh, so his haircut is the only.
His haircut ruined the entire movie. Yeah. Anyways,
time I went to a fucking movie, and I sat in the credits, and I go,
Moving.
Spectrum makes it simple.
Yeah, it did. It was simple at first, and it started fucking around my internet. But anyways,
the movie was a banger. I really enjoyed that movie. Couple criticisms, but solid movie. But this song over the credits, can't do it, fam. Can't do it.
Well, they're not
It's
saying
not
that.
working.
It didn't.
I mean, I don't know what
yeah, good
was
thing
the
they
song.
didn't say that then.
I guess it would depend on the song, wouldn't it?
Alan is literally saying that he hates the movie, and Chris Gore is like saying, "Yeah, there's some." He has a mixed opinion, and again, this is just out of the theater.
Out of the theater,
maybe
fresh in their minds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the ending song is going to be fresh in their minds, but. Who knows? Like maybe the song is also in the opening because Travis Scott is there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on, John. You just sent something.
No,
What
this is not
this?
related. You don't have to look at it now. It's
Oh.
fine. That's
Okay,
a totally
tell-
random thing I ran
All
across.
right. All right. Tell me when to pull it up.
Maybe we can
Anyways.
end the stream on a high note for that.
All right. All right.
The thing is, they don't want to admit that the music was good in the movie because then they would have to admit they were wrong about Travis
Oh
Scott
my
being a part of the
God,
sound
is it
production.
Why would they have to admit they were wrong? You never heard an insult about the sound production and the mixing and all that, which is what they were talking about at the beginning of this review. You never heard that until they brought it up. So now you're just assuming that they're wrong about it, which also has nothing to do with the music.
You can't bring anything up, otherwise you have to admit you're fucking wrong about everything else.
Yeah.
If anybody else likes this thing that you didn't like, you have to admit that you were wrong.
Oh my god.
And the score and all these other things that Christopher Nolan wanted to do, and they can't commit to that. They still have to retain some of their dumb shit flop watching, opinions that they had going into this movie. So when this kind of stuff happens, when stuff like this is said, and it's like, oh, the song over the credits, totally bad. When you start to mention stuff like that, it feels very try hard to me. And it feels very desperate.
Your whole fucking video
it's
fucking try hard to me.
I'm not exactly hearing a rebuttal here. I'm not hearing here's why this is wrong.
I had to pick whether what they said or his response is try hard. I know which one I would pick because they mentioned it in passing as a joke. And then he has gone on this. Look at his face right now. That is his ranting, like, anger about this joke about his song at the end.
Airrick smash,
dude.
Yeah.
If they don't like a song, it's fun.
Notice me, Elliot. Notice me.
It's so weird what a big deal he just made out of that really, like, not important criticism that they had.
Yeah.
It's like saying, "Oh, Avatar used the papyrus font." He's like, "The papyrus font will not be insulted. You have to admit you were wrong about the graphic design on this film."
Chris is being very generous to the movie. He seems to like it, but that's not good enough for Airrick. Yeah. Anyways,
tells me that you're still trying to play to the base that watches your channel in a way that feels absolutely disingenuous. You're only saying it because you know that you have to retain a little bit of street cred with the people that watch your content.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You fucking
Chris Gordon Allening in the street. You make an AI edit of them wearing sideways caps and having gold teeth.
Hold up, I'm on it right now. I've been using Google Flow recently, and it's been doing pretty well for me. So I'm gonna get this up right now. Okay, hang on, let me get
what's up, my Crips and Bloods? Yes.
Get ready. Pop a cap in your ass.
Pop a cap in your ass.
Yeah, so show us all your bitches and hoes. Yeah.
Is any of them named X-Ray Girl? Okay, hang on. All right, y'all. All right. Let me play the video while I make the video image.
That's why you're doing it. So I don't take any of that seriously at all. I think it's just you complaining about something that you can easily compare.
Hey, what Briscoe?
I don't take anything Eric says seriously.
Yeah. Anyway.
With the people that watch your content. And that's why you're doing it. So I don't take any of that seriously at all. I think it's just you complaining about something that you can easily complain about that doesn't really have much to do with the quality of the movie, like the song that plays over
their videos. If you already know
literally,
what
Eric,
be,
yes.
Why react to
Another return? What I missed?
Hi, Evan.
Well,
although judging by the thumbnail of the video, I take it we haven't gotten that far.
Yeah, we got actually gotten pretty far. Yeah, we're almost done. Anyways. Hello, fellow street cred movie critics. Yeah. Anyways, the image
critics.
Yeah, the image is almost done. Everybody.
The credits of the movie.
You won't. I will say, this movie will probably win a lot of technical Oscars.
Oh. Okay.
And it is guaranteed.
Yeah, pretty much it'll win the Oscars that no one gives a fuck about.
That fucking mug.
Yeah.
Fucking just want to get some fucking lady to slap him in the face.
Would he even like that though? Like,
well, that's the point. If I said slap him in the face, he'd like that too much. So
yeah. Chris Gore says, "What up, my?" And then he does his cliffhanger. I don't get it. What's his cliffhanger? But anyways, guys, speaking of that, guys, get a load of this image right here. This is what AI was made for, everybody. Yeah. Anyways.
Eminem in the background?
It might be, actually. Yeah, that's fucking Eminem in the background. That's Eminem in the background. Anyways, this is a good time to bring up this video. I think it's fittingly enough, we're almost done. Let's watch this real quick. John brought this up. Is this peak AI usage?
Oh yeah, this is our vice president today. He has a steaming beer mug for some reason. I think it's full of cocks or something. That's yours. Oh shit, he's racist. He punched the same black guy 5 times in a row.
Is that fucking Bigfoot in the background?
Is that Bigfoot?
That is Bigfoot. Oh my god.
This is better than the entire Odyssey, I think. I haven't even seen that yet. I like the guy filming with his phone in front of the meme.
It's only missing one thing. It needs more punching gay people and women.
Yeah, John, you missed it, but here's the image.
Oh, nice. Eminem.
Yeah, it's Eminem in the background. Okay, let's get.
It's
All
like
right,
whenever Chris is around X-Ray Girl, his palms get sweaty, his knees are weak.
Yeah. Chris Gore and Alan Ng are real hood and word as Campio once said. What?
Man said, "It's all good in the hood." What's
Yeah.
up?
Keep it up, my nigga. Yeah. Anyways.
To win an Oscar for casting, and there's a reason for that.
Oh,
there's
what is
a lot I want to say that I can't. It's his initial reaction.
Oh.
And my reaction is not a disaster, but mixed. And for Alan,
Disaster, not mixed.
not a disaster, mixed. Okay, we'll talk more later this week.
So Alan says it's a disaster. I find it really hard to believe. Even the worst Christopher Nolan movies are never a disaster. So I feel like that's Alan once again doing what he does.
Tenet was a disaster.
I'm sorry. Is he invalidating a minority's lived experience here? That sounds pretty bigoted to me.
What if somebody just doesn't like Christopher Nolan movies?
Yeah. I mean,
It's not
he's kind of an
possible.
acquired taste.
They have to be paid to have that.
Yes. By who? Anyways.
The institution.
Yes.
Playing up to the film threat, brain rot.
Oh, Evan, I asked you earlier, but you were gone. Is Ant still working on his novel or no?
Well, sorry I missed a question. I was making myself dinner real quick, but from what I see, he seems to be working on he might be finished with it, and he's in the middle of like the publication process, but it's a little iffy.
So in other words, not at all. Also, hang on, y'all. Hang on. So one of the guys in our Discord, Renegade, he right here, he just posted an actual scene from the movie.
Oh no.
What is this? Oh no!
This is the clip that I had seen. Yeah.
No fucking way.
He can barely. They can barely walk. They can barely walk.
Looks like me.
What
and my
is that
phone.
editing? That editing is atrocious.
Whoa!
Oh my God.
I love the advertisement. It's like Mentos get speared like the mint spear.
Yeah.
He looks like a fucking 10-year-old kid. What the fuck is going on?
What was the plan there? Like he just stood. They just walked into their field of vision so they could get shot easier.
Apparently.
Why would they struggle to put on the helmet only to just die immediately?
Yeah, greatest warrior ever.
Yeah.
Well, boys, to find out the full context, you can join me for my watch along later tonight.
Good. John Campia said the N-word during his review for Transformers 2 and referred to the two ghetto robots as hood and words for N-words for cunt. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so somebody else tricked them too with
my sweaty Negroes.
There was another one where they got him to say something with knickers in it, and
oh
boy,
the New York Knickerbockers, obviously.
Anyways,
outraged flop watching audience that tune into their stuff for the worst possible content and the worst possible takes. I've debunked this narrative they have. This idiocy that they talk about. I've debunked it so many times. Chris Gore is at least trying to play
you've debunked nothing, Eric. You've debunked nothing.
So much for your name being Eric Debunks.
You fucking said you had all these fucking receipts, all this proof. You've shown nothing. Nothing.
Well, you have to watch all my previous videos. They're in there, dude.
Eric Debunks, more like Eric deflates because you're full of hot air.
Oh, snap. Anyways.
In the middle with this and go, oh, it's not a disaster or whatever, but you still contributed to a lot of the awful content that is associated with this movie.
Wow.
Where is the proof?
Both of you have done that. And now to walk out of the movie and completely abandon some of the biggest negative talking points that you said about this film.
When did they do that? When did they abandon it?
Did they even discuss most of those talking points? They didn't say, oh, wow, we were really wrong about Elliot Page. Like, that's what you're talking about. Nothing like that happened.
No.
If anything, most of the stuff was confirmed still.
Yeah.
Leading up to it is absolutely crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy. I had somebody in my comments, I think it was either yesterday's video or the video before, talking about red carpet interviews, earned media, things like that, how it affects people going to see movies. And I said, okay, I'll bite. Give me examples, something substantial, something material that tells me that people don't go and support movies because of something that was said on the red carpet from an actor or a director or something like that. And then he goes, oh, well, look at Supergirl.
I thought you said that people didn't support that one Sydney Sweeney movie because of the jeans bullshit.
That's not on the red carpet. That was a commercial. It had internet comments mad at it.
Well, no, there was also that interview, right, where that.
Yeah.
She was confronted about it.
Where she's like, where she was passive aggressively asking her to apologize for it.
And Sydney just gave her that look.
Yeah. Well, she gave it a look, and then she just like kind of cleverly redirected to like, I don't know, I think jeans are fine. And Lee's like, oh yeah, jeans are fine, but like some people might, think about this. She's like, well, for my opinions on that, I think you would know if I said them.
Also, Renegade just posted this meme here. Nolan's Odyssey leaks scenes of Helen. If you make a drawing of this and post it, you can get banned and put in jail in places like the UK. Fuck it. Yeah.
Dude, that looks terrifying.
Yeah, looks like one of them fucking she looks like one of those fucking evil tribes people from the King Kong movie from 2005. Remember when they arrive and Jack Black tries to give him chocolate and they just kill like two of them?
They react like the SpongeBob guy. I'm like, chocolate!
It reminds me of one of those,
chocolate! Yeah.
It reminds me of one of those analog clips that Zuma fan keeps sending me.
Oh my god, that fucking guy. How about Zuma fan get a fucking job instead of like asking people for money? How about that? You lazy piece of shit. Anyways.
Look at Supergirl. People didn't go
I have a job, but please give me money.
Yeah.
We all have jobs.
Yeah.
Obviously because of the red
I have a job, I'm not asking people to give me money, but anyways.
Carpet. And I'm like, oh, so it's a circular argument. You don't actually have any proof of it.
How's it a circular argument?
It is an unprovable thing, which is why they love to use it. There's a reason why these guys
you also can't disprove it then by that. I mean...
Yeah.
And also, did they ever claim, like... Did any of these guys with the YouTube channels ever claim, like, oh, they've ruined the box office now? Like, they could have some negative effect, sure, with, like, some people, but... This is just kind of like corporate bootlicking. It's just like, oh, well, we're going to have all these red carpets, but it can't possibly negatively affect. I would pose the question then, does it have any positive effect? Should we just not do it at all? Is it a useless endeavor?
Yeah. A foolish endeavor, you could say.
Red carpet interviews, earned media, little spots done for promo stuff. They love to use that because there's the burden of proof for them to go, hey, this one comment caused the movie to fail. The burden of proof for them to do that is so low. It is so low because...
In fact, I've heard them disclaimer this before, where they'll be like, in the end, if the movie's great, like, this won't matter. So they're actually like, you agree with all the grifters again, Eric, for the second time in this video.
They couldn't provide...
Didn't that Acolyte broad say shit too? And then that, like, fucking... Everybody hated that fucking show. I mean,
yes.
well, not her and the main broad, I think.
Oh, Leslie Headland. Like that was like some
so
conference.
there's more because
there's more than one. Yes.
I mean, I don't remember what Amanda Stenberg said because I was just
Yeah,
staring at
yeah,
her bits
her.
the whole time that she was talking. So you'd have to run that by me again.
That was like nerds are gay and everybody's gay and gay people are fucking like awesome and
that was Amanda Stenberg. Yeah. They were talking about like
and then Leslie Headland or something's like fucking R2D2 and
R2D2's gay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
And then there was that red carpet interviewer who always instigates these things, and I notice Eric will never call him out, even though he's the one that causes them to get most of their clips, because he literally approached everybody on the Acolyte red carpet going, "Is this the gayest Star Wars ever?" He's always asking stupid fucking questions like that to try and get clicks.
Isn't he the same guy that was involved in the whole thing with Rachel Zegler?
Possibly, yeah. He's known to just be a shit stir. That's like...
He's a grade A instigator.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I'd like to see somebody just grab him by the fucking ears and then like slam his fucking face into their knee, and then there's like fucking blood and shit gushing the fuck.
Hell yeah, brother.
I wouldn't encourage that, but I would encourage somebody to just answer him very candidly, be like, "What are you talking about? That has nothing to do with our movie." And just stare at him until he awkwardly leaves. And just make him incredibly uncomfortable with his questions and hopefully discourage him from asking stupid shit like that in the future.
You know, my dad says in the military that is a pretty good way of getting a person to back off you. Like, they ask you a stupid question, you give them a blunt answer or response, and then you just stare at them until they just walk away.
Yeah.
How much of this shitty video is left? I'm getting bored.
Yeah, you're Eric's audience.
Three.
But they can stir up the hornet's nest enough to make you believe it. Because they can go, oh, well, Lupita said in an interview that, you know, she wished that, if she ever got to speak to Homer, she would ask why there wasn't more screen time for women. They would say that's the reason why the movie failed.
Well, here's the thing about that. If you were to go back in time and talk to Homer and ask him why he didn't give any more screen time,
or like any clarification, any sort of clarification or anything, you wouldn't like it's so fucking that's such a stupid fucking like virtue signaling question. Like, you could tell that she's never read anything by Homer.
Right.
For starters, Homer wouldn't understand a word she was saying because, you know, he didn't
speak English. Yeah.
And two, he wouldn't know what a screen is. Because, again, TV sort of thing at the time. And B, he'd be more baffled that you would just suddenly appear right in front of him. Then again, he probably couldn't see you because he was blind.
Yeah. So a lot of things would go wrong. Yeah. Anyways.
Absolutely no proof whatsoever. They would just go, that's the proof. That's it. That's the level of critique that these guys do prior to a movie coming out, when they're flop watching and media grifting leading up to the release of these movies. I would respect them. I don't want to say so much. I would respect them a little bit more if they went and saw the movies first and then did their flop watching.
Yeah,
there's not a lot of money.
So everybody go waste your money and your time to see this piece of shit first.
Are people just not allowed to guess stuff? Yeah, are people just not allowed to make a prediction that something might be bad? Apparently now.
No, you're not allowed to look at trailers or anything else and make a fucking judgment on that anymore. You have to fucking go there and spend your money and waste your fucking time.
He's also oversimplifying.
The money is less of a deal to me than my fucking time.
Yeah.
You know, fuck, I don't want to sit there for like 2-3 hours of time that I'm never going to get back for something that I already know I'm going to fucking hate.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really like one-to-one like Eric's trying to make it. It's like this statement causing a movie to flop. That's not really what they're pointing out most times. It's normally they're talking about like this shows what their intent was. If they're saying all this stuff and they're promoting this translation and everything that promotes these things, then you can kind of ascertain what the objective is and what the not morals, but like what the text of the movie, what the subtext of the movie is going to be. If that's what everybody involved is pushing towards, then you can go, oh, well, by that virtue, probably the movie is going to have these bad things in it. And then when it does, and that causes it to fail, then it's like, well, no, I'm not saying that because they said that on the red carpet it is, but it did give us a warning sign that like maybe their priorities weren't in the right place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine someone sending Homer to the present day. He'd be like, what the fuck is going on here?
I believe there's a Fury article that was published after the release of the movie Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. That if you were to bring Socrates into the real world, his reaction would be akin to his reaction in the movie. He would just be stunned and speechless. Not just because of all the futuristic technology around him, it's because he wouldn't understand the word that you're saying.
Yeah, I'd be stunned, yeah. I don't think anyone ever said one singular statement tanked a movie. It's usually a combination of things. Yeah, it's usually a snowball effect, yeah.
A snowball effect is a good word for it.
Yeah.
In that. Once everybody else has seen the movie, you can't really lie about it. Can't do that. You know, you can't grift off of it as much once people have seen it. Because then other people...
Then fucking people wouldn't have fucking channels anymore. They wouldn't have had channels like fucking... Their channels would have been dead fucking 5, 6, 7 years ago, you fucking idiot. Because fucking people would... how many times are you going to sit there and go, well, they fucking lied about this for the fucking 50th fucking time. I better keep watching their fucking channels.
Yeah. They'll get one right eventually.
Their own formed opinions of it. And it makes it harder for you to astroturf and flop watch and poison the well.
You're a liar. You're a fucking stupid fucking idiot.
Yeah.
It makes it harder for you to do that. So that's what they have to do. They have to spend months doing it because the only time they have, there's a very small pocket of time where they can go, here's an interview, this person said something dumb, so the movie is going to be a disaster. And then if it ends up not being a disaster, they won't ever talk about it again. And so many of them in this space
constantly, a lot of the times, they still fucking talk about some of the shit that fucking people have said.
Yeah. What is he even talking about now? I don't even think he himself knows. I think he's just rambling for the sake of rambling.
Remember, he doesn't have a script. He just goes off of, he just rattles on and on.
Yeah.
Will would not come out and say that the movie is not going to...
There's no one to hit the buzzer.
Yeah.
Perform well, because they didn't even believe it. They didn't believe it. Every once in a while, every once in a blue moon, they'll get a Supergirl. A movie where there's a lot of other factors to why the movie didn't perform well, but they'll just claim that it's whatever it is that they said.
Oh yeah, what are those factors? What are those factors that?
I'd love to hear that.
That they didn't predict beforehand.
Ooh, that'll be good. Ooh, come on, Eric. Come on, Eric. We're dying. Anyways,
they saw that none of the problems that they complained about on the red carpet were present in Supergirl. It still did poorly, but they don't have a reason why, because they're not actually using their brain with any of this.
So
it's pretty much a
this is the frustrating thing with Eric, right? Like he thinks that the film has to has to perform well to debunk all of them. When no, it could perform well. It could be good, but they're if the low points or the bad aspects are everything that Chris Gore, Great Drinker, Neurotic, and everyone else has been saying, then they're still proven right.
Yeah,
they don't have to. Yeah, it doesn't have to flop for them to be proven right. He's under this this weird this weird mindset that has to completely fail for them to be proven correct, which it doesn't have to do.
Yeah, because he's a disingenuous fuck.
Yeah.
Repeat recipe for flop watching with these guys. To get back to my main point on this, it really fucking sucks that actors like Lupita and Elliot and Travis, who's also an entertainer, a rapper, a singer, it really sucks for people like this to have to go into these movies and
main event interrupter, main event spoiler, all sorts of things Travis Scott is.
With months and months and months of hate that ultimately adds to nothing. They didn't do anything to get it. This goes for Millie as well. They didn't do anything to get the hate. They get it anyway, so these fuckers can make money off of flop watching and
throwing hate at Travis Scott at him directly. I think the hate is more so driven at Nolan because people are just, so flabbergasted by the absurdity of Travis Scott of all people having a role in the Odyssey movie.
Right?
As narrator.
And
I'd like to point out the contrast here that Chris Gore and his partner are coming out of this movie like all like very laid back, very chill, just kind of giving their general opinions about the movie they just watched. And meanwhile, Airrick is like fucking steaming mad. He's angry. He's just losing it. Like that's a very funny contrast to me.
Yeah.
I'd also like to say that I don't really remember the Supergirl broad fucking getting like a lot of fucking hate until a certain point, but a lot of people were just like saying she looks like the fucking kid from Mad Max 2 and shit.
Toy Story from Toy Story is another one.
Yeah.
I also get a lot of comparisons that she looks like one of the Morlocks in the Time Machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean that's not really hate. That's just kind of like ripping on her looks a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone gets those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really just existing on the internet. You're bound to get joked on when your appearance is, seen by millions and millions of people.
I get people call me fat, like, motherfucker, I got a little in the tummy, but that ain't fat. The fuck you on about?
Backseat is not fat, he's big boned.
Exactly.
Rating negative hate.
He is large and in charge.
Hell yeah, brother.
And narrative and poisoning the well for these movies so they can line their pockets. It is the most despicable, disgusting, lowbrow, anti-intellectual, anti-art possible content that you could make. It is so lazy. It's so reductive.
You're far from lazy, Eric. There's a lot of thought inside into your content. Yeah, totally.
Exactly.
Is the woman attractive? No, so the movie's going to be a flop. That's not criticism.
I mean, more often than not, yeah. If there's an attractive woman, that's more of a sign that's going to be successful than like the ugliest woman you can imagine.
Like Game of Thrones, sorry to interrupt you, Kino, but I do have an example that I wanted to tap onto your point there. The reason why Game of Thrones was, well, not the reason, but one of the reasons that Game of Thrones was so successful was the look of Emilia Clarke as Daenerys.
Exactly. Anyways,
it's just not. This is simply the worst possible content you can make.
Okay.
Fuck this content.
I don't know. I would think kind of making content that exploits children would be a lot worse than just making a couple videos giving your opinions on movies. I think there's a couple things way worse than this, but you do you, Eric.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the video. What are our closing thoughts, I guess?
Guys. So closing thoughts on this video here. Kino, you start us off.
I still have to see the Odyssey. From what I've seen, it doesn't look like it's going to be an enjoyable experience for me. There might be positive aspects to it, but I expect to not enjoy the aspects that everyone has been ripping on. I know that Airrick will say it's good no matter what, but the best I can do is just be honest. Yeah.
Let's see here. Evan, final thoughts?
Well, as much as I don't want to, I feel like I'm bound to see part of the Odyssey since I work at a theater. I'm not going to be interested in all of the human characters. Like, I'm more interested in seeing how Nolan translates the monsters and the magic aspects of the Odyssey.
Yeah.
Since he's gone on record to say this is a more grounded and realistic take of the Odyssey, I can't help but to fear that he's really going to downplay those aspects, and that would just be disappointing. If I really want, at this point, if I want to watch like something, Greek inspired with magic and monsters and gods, I'm just going to go back to Clash of Titans from 1981.
Just play the God of War games. The Greek ones.
Alex, final thoughts?
I just can't get over how like the Airrick just repeats the same thing over and over again. He just makes the same argument, and it just gets boring to listen to because it's like, didn't we already cover all of this shit? And yeah, it's just he is guilty of the exact same things he criticizes other people for. And I would also like to point out that one of the only super chats KinoFlex got was about me. So technically, this makes me more important than him.
So true, so true.
John, final thoughts?
Well, I guess I'll go watch the Odyseey now, and if I'm gonna make sure to insult the song at the end just to piss Airrick off.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, I mean, what Alex said is kind of why watching the second half of the videos goes a lot faster than watching the first half usually, because he just starts repeating his arguments and like you've already said your response, so it's just like, yeah, I can either say it more succinctly this time just to kind of ditto, or just not even respond because we've already done it.
Briscoe, final thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I have no intention of seeing this fucking movie ever. I'm not really a Christopher Nolan fan in the first place, so don't really care. Airrick is just a disingenuous piece of shit. Fucking cries and whines about the fucking most fucking useless fucking things, and he sucks a lot of dick.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that he's that flexible to be able to suck his own. And I doubt he can talk many people into doing it. So I'm not going to verify that statement. I would just assume you're incorrect.
Well, maybe he sucked a lot of dildos then. I don't know.
Anyways, so let me finish this off here. Alpha Eagle says, those poor millionaire actors, won't someone think of them? Airrick, yeah. The male gaze sells well, Airrick, that it does. But yeah, guys, before we go, I just wanted to check out this video with y'all real quick. I was alerted about this earlier in the stream, so let's see it. This is Darth Watts' big thing. So, John, you want to tell everyone who Darth Watts is?
I don't even know Darth Watts that well. I feel like you probably know more than me.
He's basically one of them fucking guys who constantly spreads the fake news that the EU wasn't canon and all that crap. He's aligned with Lucky Kennedy and all them. But anyways, I just want to check this out real quick because I have no idea what's in this shit here.
Oh, no.
Welcome back. Wichita Nonprofit is lifting up people who are often underestimated. It does that through community and one-on-one mentorships. Photojournalist Nick Kiefer and I are shining the Here For You spotlight on Shepherd's Way.
This is where my current
God, that's him right there. That's him right there.
Star Wars.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Lucky Kennedy. It's Darth Watts.
Is he your friend?
No, fuck no. Not at all. Lucky Kenny needs to paint his bathroom walls, apparently. But anyways.
This is more than a home for David Watts.
Alrighty.
So it's a story. What wait, what? Let me see the title again.
Wichita Nonprofit empowers young people with disabilities to experience flourishing.
Independence.
This is where I do all my cooking.
He joined Shepherd's Way nearly 2 years ago.
Oh, he's wearing a goddamn Mando and Grogu shirt. Why?
Wanted to
His
move out on my
computer's cracked. His
computer's cracked.
He saw the Mando and Grogu box office and was like, fucking bigots.
Who's this bitch?
And I was so eager to move out on my own.
Mom.
Yeah.
But he knew he could not do it alone.
I was struggling with self-discipline. My budget was a mess, and I was blowing my entire paycheck from
on what?
Work and
work.
I didn't really know how to manage my money properly.
This is where Shepherd's Way came in.
Good to see you, brother.
Wait, is that a disability, not being able to manage your money correctly?
Apparently.
I feel like we've had accountants for a long time. They're not for disabled people. They're just to manage your money.
Yeah, he looks like a young dark side Phil.
See you, brother.
What are you up to today?
A nonprofit empowers people with intellectual and developmental disabilities.
He looks like Daryl from. He looks like Norman Reedus.
Like Norman Reedus. Yeah.
Dark Side Phil and fucking Norman Reedus.
Yeah, it's dark. It's DSP and Daryl. Yeah.
Because of their diagnosis, they were given a ceiling of what
diagnosis, Ben French.
Ben French.
they're able to achieve. And what we're passionate about
He
is
looks like a
breaking
drugged
through
up version of Eli Roth.
ceilings and helping them experience flourishing in adulthood.
Shepherd's Way has 6 homes in Wichita. When participants move in, they live alongside a mentor who teaches them life skills, like budgeting.
It keeps me organized.
Haley Howell is one of the newest residents in the woman's home.
I like it.
Is there any more Darth
Very
Watts
exciting.
in this?
She says the mentors are more like family.
Yeah. They're more like family.
I guess we're. Yeah.
Community built.
What else is there?
Nonprofit encourages
Watts should stop wasting his money on Disney Star Wars crap. That is correct.
Oh yeah. Like the advice he gets is stop being a Disney show.
Yeah, stop being a
Oh
Disney
no, that would be a
show.
twist ending. And then you just rage quits
Is
the
that
whole
the reason
organization.
why he went to a mental asylum?
I guess.
To find their purpose.
These people look like they just sit around and complain about Trump all day.
Friends with disabilities in our community very well can contribute more value than I can because of the gift
He knows he's talking crap. He knows these people ain't worth shit.
they bring.
Oh my god.
That confidence in their abilities changes how the young
Oh,
adults
there he is. He's editing one of his videos.
It's Adobe
right there.
Premiere Pro. Yeah. it's
Adobe Premiere.
view themselves.
I've seen a huge change. My family is.
Like, there he is. It's floating.
No.
Notice.
Uh,
My grandparents have
Phony.
Yeah.
Allowing David.
This is the video I make to debunk Backseat.
I don't think he's debunked me yet. He hasn't made a video on me yet.
Oh, okay.
I won't be surprised if Watts is friends with Daniel Larson.
Daniel Larson, that guy's completely fucked. He's in prison right now because he keeps on having mental breakdowns in public, calling black guys the N-word.
God damn it, Dan Larson.
I've also learned to be like
silly Dan.
Learn to be a leader, a role model in Shepherd's Way.
He's gonna lead.
Here's what I've learned about
That's
people.
fucking rich.
Here's what I've learned about people who only prospect in life is them saying, "Oh, I want to be a role model. I want to be admired." It just goes to show they literally have nothing on the horizon for them. They'll just take anything.
Yeah.
About 18 people go through Shepherd's Way each year. Since space is limited, the nonprofit hosts girls' nights and guys' nights, along with fellowship nights every Wednesday.
You should crash the party, Backseat.
Hell yeah, brothers.
Steal Darth Watts or whatever his name is, girl.
Yeah. Oh my. Hang on. You really should vet people allowed in this program. David runs a YouTube channel, Darth Watts, talking about Star Wars. David is terminally online. He frequently stalks women and slanders people with accusations of being a pedophile, involvement with January 6th, and a bunch of other political nonsense. He does this because they don't like the same Star Wars he does.
He stormed the Capitol because of Star Wars.
Gatekeeping is one thing, happens in many fandoms, but his behavior is taking it to a serious and dangerous level. It's so much where legal proceedings have begun to end his harassment. I'm sorry to leave a comment like this. It looks like a great program. It's just David is not the nice guy he seems.
People really hate that guy. Wait. Go to newest.
I already did. There's nothing else.
That's the only comment on the video.
The only comment. Yeah. The other one they probably deleted.
My phone has a good way to recover hidden comments like this. Hang on. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Save stream, gentlemen.
All right, Evan. We're giving you time.
Here it is. It's from a day ago from a man named Mike C, the Scouts.
I think we know that. Is that Mike Caspian?
No, Mike C. Scout is he's a frequent commenter.
Yeah, he's on John's streams a lot.
Chris the brain lollipop emoji. But in all seriousness, this guy has quite a history of antagonizing others because they don't like Star Wars, even stalking people and making false PDF allegations.
Yeah, pretty much the same as what that guy said. Yeah.
So in other words, the Gatekeepers Alliance is doing what we do best and exposing the people.
Exactly. But anyways, yeah, now we're done. I'm gonna go have dinner with Mom. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it. So if you guys enjoy this stream, please give a thumbs up, comment below, love you, subscribe for more videos like this. We'll see you guys next time in the backseat. Take care.
And have a good night, everybody. Over.